American Football Association's BRITBOWL XXIX. Today we have an all-London affair as the London Warriors host the London Blitz for the fifth BRITBOWL in a row. My name is Simon Love and I'll be taking you through the game play by play. Accompanying me in the booth is GB head coach Mike Callan, who will be today's colour commentator.
Hi Simon, how you doing? Thank you very much for having me along. Glad I could be here today. Glad I could be here at this. It's a fantastic venue. Watching these two teams play, Warriors versus the Blitz, heated rivalry. Should be a very interesting affair.
Definitely. So pre-game news. We know coming into this game there's a bit of confusion over who might be starting at quarterback today. Can you tell us a bit about what we've heard from both teams?
Yeah, it's pretty interesting actually. I don't know if it's confusion or just that these guys have been looking at both their quarterbacks. I know the Blitz last week in the final regular season game where they beat the Warriors, Tim Leckie was at the helm. He brought them through. That was because Josh Addison was away in the States for a while. So the word is that Tim's going to get the start. Just kind of going with a hot hand going into the final, see if he can't make something happen. And the other word on the Warriors sideline is that Brad Thompson, is going to get the start for them. Brad, last week or 2 weeks ago at Tamworth, played the first half, and then Nick Jacquet came in and played the second half, so they're going to go back to the starter that they had for most of the regular season and see how that pans out. So, see, it'd be interesting to see the first couple drives of the game.
Yeah, definitely. So, do you think because there's been a bit of chopping and changing, do you think they're going to need to let the quarterbacks warm into it a bit, sort of give them a few nice, short, easy passes before they start throwing bombs down the sideline?
Yeah, well, I think the interesting thing is that, especially on the Warriors front, they have a really, really strong running game. And Dwayne Watson, who was absent during the semifinal win, is back today. And I'm sure, they'll have Brad just turn around, hand him the rock a couple times, and have him start pounding. Maybe you might see an easy slant pattern or a hitch throw in just to get him started. But after that, I think the Warriors are probably going to go up top. With the Blitz, it's a little more. They don't have that guy that can really ground and pound you, but they do like the run game. So you could see that, and then they do like that smash concept, that hitch pattern on the outside, maybe a little 5-yard out. I know that working with Tim, I worked with Tim last year. That's one of his favorite throws. So I would assume that they're going to start short. It's the final. A lot of things can happen. They got a lot of nerves. The gentlemen just want to let's get in and not make a mistake early on.
And some other big news on the personnel, especially in the passing game, is that the Warriors cornerback Jermaine Black is also out today.
Yeah, I mean the Warriors secondary is pretty good, but not having Jermaine back, that's a blow to their corners. Sam Obi on the opposite side, he can shut you down. But in the semifinal, I think there was a knee injury that took Jermaine out. Jermaine's an up-and-coming player. He played for them. He did quite well when they went out to Sparko and played in Tyrol. So not having him to be able to shut down the other side is going to be interesting to see if the Blitz are able to exploit that. It's going to be interesting to see if the defense is going to go a lot more man coverage. I mean, from just looking around, another key element with that may be an issue or may not be an issue. It doesn't look like Adam Dirty, the DC for the Warriors, is here today. So that means Jeff Brown, who's deputized in his absence a couple times. Adam's probably still out in Dallas with the Cowboys in an interim coach role or intern coach role. So it'll be interesting to see how the defense plays in the final, because I know this may be the first final he's not here in the last couple of years. So.
And there was a big difference between that first game where Adam was here and the Warriors absolutely trounced the Blitz, and the second game where obviously the Blitz won in a very tight game.
Yeah, I mean that was interesting. But the last game in the regular season was quite interesting. Not sure if the Warriors didn't want to show too much new, and they had a pretty good advantage that they didn't have to travel to EKP. But also it was interesting to see the differences in the semifinal. To see how they were playing. But, it's a final. Everybody's going to bring their A game. The first couple drives may be a little bit nervy, but, I mean, these are the two best teams for a long time. I mean, the Blitz have been here, 10 straight years. This is going to be the Warriors' 5th year, I think, coming here. And, I mean, they split 2-2, so this is the rubber match.
So what do you think makes these teams so consistently good? Obviously, the Blitz have been very good for a long time. The Blitz have been very, very good for a long time. The Warriors are kind of the new kids on the block, but obviously have risen to be one of the top teams very quickly. What do you think sets them apart from, say, the EKP, the Tamworth, who are very, very good, but not quite on the same level?
I mean, it's getting the most out of your players. They do get it's a good pull being in London for both the Warriors and the Blitz. They're both very good programs. They're both well run from the lower levels on up. So they're very encompassing. I mean, it's a number of things. The Blitz had a really good core for a long time. I mean, defensively, offensively. You know, you go back, you got names like Fred Boyle. You got safety. You know, you have Rod Bradley. You have offensive line that was big. You had defensive guys like Charlie Bradley and Mark Penfound and Aaron Sanders. You know, those guys that have been around for a while that just upped their games when finals came around. The Warriors, on the other hand, came up from the junior ranks. So they built their program up from the junior ranks, bringing their guys through. They recruit really well. And then it's about the coaching, you know, just getting the best out of the guys that are out there. I mean, you got Tony Allen on one side, who has loads and loads of experience, you know, NFL Europe. You know, he went over, he was a assistant coach with Swarco this year. I mean, you have Mark Moss on this sideline, who's been here for, you know, over 10 years. He's been in the final for the last 10 years, and he's put together a really good staff, you know, going all the way back. He's had great coaches come and go, and it's just that consistency and that level and the guys' drive to get better, because this rivalry is heated, and they don't want to lose. Like, the Blitz don't want to lose to Warriors. Warriors don't want to lose to the Blitz. And, you know, they draw during the offseason and that kind of stuff. And you can see that that pushes them to the next level, which is fantastic for the game.
And it's nice to have a final back here in London, so hopefully we'll get some good showing. I mean, we can see in the stand opposite us, we've got maybe 200 or 300 people.
Yeah, well, you know, it'll be good to get them down here. You know, this is a great venue. I mean, first time we're down here at Allianz Park. I was lucky to come down and practice on the field once before, but the view, everything you see here is just a show. So, you know, hopefully we get I don't know. I'm looking for a high-scoring game, but I'm sure there's also guys out there, you know, looking for a low-scoring defensive affair. But, you know, we'll see what happens. And it'll be good just to get this out for BRITBOWL in general. I mean, yeah, it's the Warriors and the Blitz again, but the last two finals have been decided by 5 points in total.
Yeah, so last year we had 8-6 as a final score, yeah. So, I mean, it's ridiculously close, and obviously they've split the series this year, so who knows which way it's going to go. It should be an exciting game.
I don't know. It'll be interesting. I mean, I think what's going to happen comes down it always comes down to this. The team that makes, you know, controls the pressure early, that the nervousness and that kind of aspect, and doesn't turn the ball over. And then if there is a turnover, the team that can capitalize on the turnovers, the team that makes the fewest mistakes wins, and then the team that's adjusts the fastest and the quickest and makes the best adjustments usually is the team that's going to come out on top.
Yeah, excellent. So we're looking out, obviously the teams you saw just before, they've all gone back into the stand, getting themselves their final preparations ready to go. Out on the field at the minute, we've got the officials. So obviously with this being a final, you've got a 7-man officiating crew. It's headed up by Brian Yates, who's been an official for over 30 years now. So he's been an official longer than I've been alive. And yeah, he's heading up a crew. So you've got Brian Yates as the white hat. You've got Stuart Young at umpire, Les Connor at head linesman, line judge is Pete Tom, back judge Keith Wickham, field judge Jim Briggs, and side judge Ben Griffiths. And they must have done hundreds and hundreds of games between them. All officials being provided by BAFRA, the British American Football Referees Association. If you would like more information about becoming an official, please visit the BAFRA website, bafra.org.
I think Brian. I've worked with Brian in the past. You know, he's controlled the site, controls the game really well. So that's the one thing that we want to see. We want to see the guys going out and playing. I think they got a staff together that will allow that to happen. Get the game flow. I mean, you got one team in the Blitz who are no huddle team, not as fast as they used to be, but a no huddle team who want the game to flow. And then you have the Warriors who are, you know, a huddle team. They want to control the pace of the game. So it'll be good to see. I know, you know, in the finals, you know, it's just as nerve-wracking for the officials as it is for the players as well.
Yeah. No, hopefully we won't have to say any of their names, and that'll be that's a mark of a good game. So yeah. Hopefully the teams will cooperate and play a nice, clean game.
Well, that was
we'll see. We'll see.
Things can always get pretty chippy. That was in the first game that they played each other. early on, there were a lot of flags thrown, a lot of personal fouls. It put the Warriors in a bad hole. Hopefully, if they limit those, it comes down. I mean, the keys of the game is going to come down to the Warriors limiting penalties. All right, controlling the football game, and then it's going to be if the London Blitz defense, all right, and they pride themselves on finals. They usually step up in finals. If they can control Dwayne, keep him down, force a couple 3-and-outs, and the offense taking control, hopefully of good field position. I mean, we'll see how the field position battle plays out, but you can only set yourself up so much. I'm sure the coaching staff's really good. The Blitz have Damian Anderson as the defensive coordinator and Stuart Miller as the offensive coordinator. So they've been working together. These teams are so familiar with each other. I'm sure they've been working all week. And you got Jeff Brown, who'll be DC, I'm sure, on the other side. All right, and Matt Bruckner, who's an American, who's been with the Warriors for a couple years now. And I'm sure they've been talking to seeing how they're gonna maintain and keep everybody under control. So. This is a chess match. It could come down. It's come down to the last possession. In a couple years in a row. Last year the Blitz had to convert a 2-point conversion. The year before they had to catch an onside kick. So outside of 3 years ago, where they jumped on the Warriors really quickly, and then the first play out of halftime, they returned the kickoff for a touchdown to kind of put the nail in the coffin. This has been a great series to watch.
And then in the semifinal. You were at the Blitz.
You were the
Warriors. Yeah, and that was field position was key in that game, wasn't it? There was a lot of short fields.
There's a lot of short fields. There was a lot of trying to capitalize on what the other team was doing, and the mistakes that the other team made. So it was an interesting game. There were a couple key people missing. I mean, Dwayne was missing. They tried to, when the Warriors got down in the red zone, they were pounded. They broke off like a 70-yard run in the end zone and then turned the ball over on the next play. So it was one of those back and forth. No team really got comfortable. But we'll see what happens. I mean, that kind of happens when here we go.
I think the players are about to come out now, so we eagerly await that. The photographers are ready. I think we've got Neil Reynolds as the in-stadium commentator today. You'll recognise him from Sky Sports, of course. So this will be the Warriors.
Here come the London Warriors. Yep. Here we go. Warriors are coming out.
So they've chosen to play in white today. Obviously, they have both white and black kits. But yes, they've chosen white, which means the Blitz have moved to their alternate blue jerseys.
The London Warriors are led out with their quarterback, Brad Thompson. So as they come out, they're here for their third time, looking for their third straight championship, hoping that the third time, take the lead in the finals against the Blitz. I'm sure that the Blitz are ready to come back and dethrone them. It's always difficult when you're at the top of the mountain. Everybody wants your crown.
So just look at them coming out there. It's always a very large, very physically impressive squad.
There are a bunch of athletes that play for both sides. Coaching staff's coming out. Tony Allen, the head coach, as I said earlier, loads of experience. Was a NFLE assistant, all right, as well as a head coach for Team Europe from 1997 to 2003. All right, and already spoke a bit about Jeff Brown and Matt Bruckner, but I'm sure they got everybody ready to play. So.
Absolutely. So we now await the Blitz coming out. So the Warriors are lining up on their far sideline. The stadium's slowly filling up. I think we're probably up to what, 300-400? Do you reckon?
I'm terrible
Maybe?
with numbers, but I'll go with you on this one.
Hard to guess, but yeah, we've got a decent attendance, and here come the Blitz now. Neil Reynolds about to introduce them in.
Okay. All right. So Neil Reynolds just introducing the Blitz now. Went 7-1 during the regular season. Traveled up to East Kilbride and beat them up there 2 weeks ago.
And here come the players now, led out by Charlie Joseph.
All right, led out by their captains, Charlie Joseph, Fab, Matt Mayer, and Rob Hardy. So, should be an interesting game. Should be an interesting game.
The Warriors have turned their backs on the far sideline, which is interesting.
Very, very interesting. So, Blitz coming out to going up through as they normally do when they come out for finals. Handshakes, getting everybody pumped, ready to go. Coaching staff's come out, led by Mark Moss. All right. So Mark Moss, as said, been the head coach for well over 10 years. Brought the Blitz to the final for the last 10 years. So has made an impressive.
And you can see now the Warriors all just facing away, just letting the Blitz come out and mind games already.
It's always about mind games. You know, you try to do that. It is what it is.
Yeah.
It is what it is. If you didn't have mind games, you didn't try to wind the other guy up. I mean, you're always looking for that psychological advantage to really get up. It's a final. Some of these guys are friends. Some of these guys probably work together. So, you know.
And we've now got the national anthem. That's an impressive sight there. Both teams lined up, stand in the background.
Almost ready for some football here.
Yeah.
About to get excited. Got
Definitely.
A few goosebumps.
The officials are getting into position. Captains will come out in a second.
So I believe the captains on the opposite sideline, if I remember correctly, are usually going to be Brad Thompson, Victor Bama, Alex Haldane, and
I can see 56, Kevin Keown.
Kevin Keown.
Yeah.
Kevin Keown. That's it. And number 20 is Daniel McKenzie. So.
And no Brad.
No Brad. But those are Kevin Keown, Alex Haldane, Victor Bama, and Daniel McKenzie. On the Blitz sideline, it is Jamie Charles, Charlie Joseph, Rob Hardy, and Fab Grajulo.
And the Blitz have all walked out to the 9-yard marks as they're allowed to do so.
Well, this is going to be the first advantage of the game. We're going to see what happens. I believe the Blitz have the call, so we'll see what happens. Charlie Joseph's just awaiting the call. It'll be interesting if they take the ball or see what happens. And they're going to take it. It looks like it. So
let's
wait
see
what
for
happens.
The referee's signal.
Yep.
So Blitz are going to take the ball.
All right, well, we're going to start off early. Blitz think they got the offense ready to take the Warriors defense, and Warriors are going to put out probably their strongest unit. So we're ready to go. This final is ready to go.
I'm excited.
I'm usually down on the sideline. Got to admit, first final in quite a few years that I'm up in the box, trying to keep my my composure. But this will be quite fun.
So we've got pretty much the same view that you guys at home have got right now. So it's a nice elevated position, bit better than being down on the sideline where we usually end up.
I can only imagine what it was like last year down on the sideline. I think you guys were behind the Blitz sideline last year, and I can understand it probably gets very loud down there. So, all right, here we go. So back deep.
So you got Charlie Joseph back deep by the looks of it.
Charlie Joseph, and that looks like Michael Abadejo back deep. So, and we'll see. It'll probably be Ian Jacquet will probably be kicking off as per usual. So, this is interesting. Yep. Interesting. Ariel Mafando, who's their defensive middle linebacker, is out on the kickoff team as well. So Daniel McKenzie's out as well. He's a starting.
You want your best tacklers. Make sure they don't bust off a big play on the first play.
So be good. All right, we're about ready. There's the whistle. We're about ready to get off here.
We're on a 90-yard field today, so we'll be kicking from the 30-yard line, 15 yards from the midpoint. So we're getting ready now.
They're 3 yards deep in the end zone. Both returners.
Obviously expecting a big boot.
Well,
and they get one. And they're going to try and return this Charlie Joseph. He's still up, still going. He's got a nice block in front. And he's finally knocked out of bounds around the 27-yard line.
So from 8 yards deep, he decides to take the ball out of the end zone. Is this this may be a sign of some early attacking by the Blitz?
Yeah, definitely. That was a really nice return to start the game. So we'll get our first look at the Blitz offense.
So Leslie Wilson's playing right corner. Leslie Wilson is also a GB corner. He's moved to safety for the Warriors, but since with Jermaine Black out, he's now moved outside.
So Blitz have run with trips to the left, now motioning the receiver across. And they start with a run up the middle. And they get absolutely nowhere there.
Well, this is going to be an interesting day. All right, so that's Addy Belgun on the tackle, number 54. He's a GB D10 tackle. But the Warriors are in man coverage there, and Leslie's on the right corner, and he trailed the wide receiver motion all the way across. So it's going to be interesting if they're going to keep that going all day.
Deji Ali on the rush there for a loss of 2. 2nd and 12, and they hand off again, up the middle. Maybe gain 2 yards. 3rd and 10 coming up.
Trying to establish the run. I mean, that's usually what the Blitz do. So, looks like they're coming back to the Tris formation again. Right.
So, this is an obvious passing down. And the little short dump off might not do. So, we might be seeing a bit of a ambitious play to start with.
We could be looking screen or draw here as well. I mean, a nice, rather than putting the ball in the air.
So going with that motion across again. Sacked. Ball came out, but his arm was already going forwards. That's an incomplete pass. Ooh. So, he definitely started his throw motion there. So I don't think there's any real controversy, but that was certainly closer than the Blitz might have liked for their first offensive series.
It was quite close. I mean, ball's coming forward. Ariel Mafando right on the play, but. This look of the man coverage is going to be interesting going forward if they're going to trail the motion. Right now, Luke Benjamin's deep, so we'll see what happens.
And the punt comes off the side of his foot a bit there.
Gave up outside.
Nice return coming on, and Warriors will start from right on midfield. Nice return there by Luke Benjamin.
So it'll be interesting. This is a good field position. This is what I was talking about earlier. Which team can capitalize on the early field position? So, we're right at 0 here. They're just about in plus territory. We'll see what's going to happen.
Starting right on midfield. So Warriors have got a nice short-ish field to play with. So what have we got? We've got 2 backs in the backfield, 2 receivers to the right and 1 to the left. Brad Thompson in the gun. And we start with the run to the left outside.
Oh my goodness.
He's going all the way.
Touchdown. That's Dwayne Watson.
Dwayne Watson with the touchdown.
So they went stretch left right off the bat. Broke outside contain, and he's down the sideline. He's one of the game changers. We mentioned him in the pregame. We knew he could make a play. He wasn't there 2 weeks ago. He was shut down the last time they played, and he touched the ball once. He's gone 45 yards, touchdown.
You can't get a much faster start than that. 3 and out for the Blitz. First play from scrimmage, 45-yard touchdown.
What a way to come out of the blocks. But now we can't get enough. They can't get enough men on the field. So the extra point, we'll see what happens here. Can't
So
get
you
enough
got-
men on the field.
Kicker Ian Jacquet.
And now they look set. If I'm not mistaken, I think his brother is the long snapper as well. Looks good.
That's good. So the Warriors go 7-0 up within seconds.
Right off the bat. Wow.
So how important is it now for the Blitz to keep their heads up and not get deflated here?
Yeah, that is definitely a play that can take the wind right out of the sails, especially in a final. So what they're going to have to do now, all right, just regroup. We're going to see what happens. We'll see if Tim's back in this drive. What they're going to do, I would assume that he is. But then, what I'll also assume is right now they're just going to try to establish something. Maybe get a nice easy throw to get into the game. We'll see what happens. They took the ball out 8 yards deep on the last kickoff. So, I mean, both of the guys back there are athletes. We'll see what they're going to try to do here.
So I think even if it does go into the end zone, I think they're going to try and return because they want to make an impact. They want to try and take the momentum back. But we'll see what happens.
Jacquet taking his time.
It's another long kick. That's fielded by Abujuade. And he's got a nice seam outside. And he finally gets taken down around the 22-yard line. So another strong return. They're only 1 or 2 blocks away from getting a big one there.
They keep getting that outside. They keep breaking outside contain on that right-hand side. So that's something the special teams coordinator is going to have to look at. I mean, I think that's the second time Ian's had to make the tackle on kickoff.
Yeah.
So Tim Lecce comes back out onto the field as well. So he's still in the game.
So obviously 3 and out last time. They need to do something here. They need to put together at least a kind of 30, 40-yard drive. Just get something going rather than
get a first down.
Get off the field.
Let's start with getting a first down.
Trips to the left. Deji moving across to the left too, and he takes it, runs to the right. Maybe gains 2 or 3 yards.
There we go. Positive yardage there because they started off the last drive on a loss. So
yeah,
they flipped the running back, so they put them into a strong formation to try to come back against the weak side of the field.
I think that run game will come into its own soon. I think they just got to try and establish it, keep working away at it, and they'll get some big gains soon. So going the same formation, going for a pass now, airing it out to his left. Receiver has to come back for it. Nice catch.
Jack Daly with an excellent catch, adjusting to the ball in the air. All right, that's one of the difficulties with playing man covers. If that ball's underthrown, it gives the receiver much more of an ability to come back on the ball.
Yeah, and that was underthrown, and he had to sit and wait for it. But nice catch, and Blitz have got first down at midfield.
There we go. And that's what I said. They just got to make one of those first downs. Just keep the ball moving.
This time they flipped the field. They got trips right now. And looking to pass again. And underthrows the receiver.
That's interesting. I don't know if he was trying to go to outside receiver or trying to hit Charlie Joseph on that inside route. It looked like he was going to adjust to a post, but we'll see. Just could be nerves. Just airing it out a bit. 2nd and
10, sticking with that trips right. Quick little screen.
That's an incomplete pass.
But that's incomplete.
All right, so what they did there, they got Charlie Joseph coming back on that tunnel screen, so they released both linemen, the front side linemen, to try to get up to second level so he could come back underneath. It's been part of the offense a couple years. Rod Bradley took the first one. I think the Blitz ever ran straight to the house about 3-4 years ago. So
how was that throw? A bit.
It was fine. He was back shoulder. I think he didn't come over the top of it. It was a bit high on him. He's got to try to hit Charlie in the numbers.
So you got 3rd and 10 coming up. Ooh. That was dangerous tip there. Very dangerous.
Just missed Andrew Cropper. Looks like they were running a shallow concept. Brought the guy in motion to run the drag coming this way. Hit Cropper on the little basic route, which we cut off because he had man coverage. So
Blitz will punt again from midfield.
Well, Are there going to be 11 men? Are there going to be 12
cool
men on the
snap.
field here?
Yeah.
I don't think the Warriors got their 12th man off the field in time. So that's going to bring them up 5, I think.
And that's smart heads-up play by the Blitz there.
So we're going to reset here, I think.
So, yeah, that's a 5-yard penalty announced by Brian Yates there. And they're going to kick again.
Driving.
And they're going off the sideline. Great punt. Really good punt. So the Warriors will be starting from their own 7-yard line.
Well, this field position is far better than the field position that they had last time. I mean, we saw them take the first play in for a touchdown, but now they're going to have to drive the field. All right, now this is where the Blitz can jump back on top, all right, and make the Warriors have to give them the ball in good position. So hopefully, you know, we're from the 7, so we're hoping that we can that the Blitz can stop them here, all right, forcing the punt. But the Warriors are looking to just continue that run game.
So you've got the 2 backs in again. It's exactly the same formation that they ran their first play from scrimmage. 2 receivers out to the left. Let's see what they do here. Blitz coming through. Oh! Straight through the hands. Oh,
Ooh.
That was living very dangerously there.
So right
that was Janelle Peller nearly making the pick there.
Ooh. Ball on the 7. They came right out. It was a short throw, but he's going to try to squeeze it right into that window and nearly ended up throwing it right into the gut of the middle linebacker
and
there.
That'll, Brad Thompson, how many lives does he have left? Because that would have been a real. It would just taken the wind right out of the Warriors' sails. So he's going to have to be a bit more careful throwing over the middle. So 55 showing Blitz again, and he drops off. Hand off to Watson. Gets outside again, outside to left. Absolutely trucks the defender. And that looks enough for a first down.
Again, so they ran that stretch left off this right-hand hash. So they ran stretch left. He gets the outside, he gets the corner again. So I don't know if the defensive end or outside linebacker is getting hooked. All right, but he's got the defensive end again. Boom, first down. Now they're out of trouble here.
Yeah.
So now
Warriors have got first down at the 21 now. So they've got a bit more breathing room. Spread receivers. Sorry, no, only one at the top. Still. 2 backs in, offset.
They got the edge
and
again.
Watson runs again. He just makes it look so easy. And he's got enough for another first down there.
There are a number of things happening here. So the Blitz are in the standard 3-4 defense. All right, they set up in this offset right strong king formation, and they went toss there. As they went toss, all right, the fullback's able to seal the edge, and then coming up, the Blitz are just coming up looking for a knockout hit. Watson is massive. They have to wrap this man up. All right, between the numbers and the waist, wrap him up and tackle him, or else it's going to be a long day.
Yeah, absolutely. So interesting there, yeah. Tiny little bit of contact there, but that was overthrown. So it's not worthy of a flag.
That was strange. It didn't look. It was. There's some confusion there. It didn't look like that snap was supposed to come back at that time.
No.
I mean, Brad Thompson did pretty lucky that it hit him in the gut and he was able to hold on to it, but it didn't look like a number of the Warriors were ready to go on that snap.
It went a bit early, and then the Blitz weren't sure whether to go after him or not.
So, hey, what they say, when that whistle comes in, you play to the next whistle, man. All right. So, where are we at? We at 2nd and 10?
Yes, we've got 2nd and 10 coming up now. Still got those 2 backs in. Dropped it. And it looks like the Blitz might have that.
Ball, I think.
That looks like Blitz ball. Just waiting for the official signal.
Yeah, there it is.
Yeah. That's
Blitz ball.
Big turnover. And it just looks like Watson just dropped that there.
No, see, now this is what I think was happening. Okay, this is what I think was happening was they were trying to run that stretch lead, and it looked like Brad was trying to pull it out, like he saw the defensive end crash to attack the other side.
Okay.
All right. So I think that's where the confusion came. All right. So Ed Morgan got the fumble recovery, but Tim's coming out. He's 1 for 5 for 21 yards in the first 2 drives.
Lovely short field now.
Got great field
starting
position
at the
here.
30. Single back in. Hands off to Deji. Oh, he's got a nice row at the middle. Oh, when he gets going, you do not want to get in the way of him. And he gets about 15, 16 yards there, yeah.
I mean,
got first down at the 13.
All these backs you're going to see today, when they get a steam going, they had a steam going forward, they're going to be tough to take down. But this is what we were saying about early in the game. This is a momentum game. All right, if you jump on the momentum, all right, turn it over in the wrong place, you're in deep trouble.
So Blitz have got 2 receivers to the right, and they hand off to Deji again, going straight up the middle, makes about 3 yards by the looks of it. So nice little first down run there.
That was another one of those real lucky handoffs because it looked like that was on his front hip. You always tell your quarterback you want to put it on the back hip. You're going to put it on the back hip, but that was on that front hip. It's been an interesting day with the handoffs thus far. Looks like they're going into pistol formation.
And, QB keeps it this time under heavy pressure, and he just throws that straight out of bounds. I don't blame him.
That's a great decision right there. Ariel Mafando, number 2, was in his face, ready to wanted to make his life miserable right there. All right, so they went with that boot, put him in pistol, went to the boot right. And, I mean, that's a great play by the quarterback. Get rid of it.
Throw it away and live to fight another day.
That's right. Don't make a mistake. No negative plays. Yep. No negative plays.
So we've got 3rd and 7 coming up now, so could go either way here.
The Blitz have a strong kicking game, too, so with Luke Naughton, so could be
so they'll be hoping to get at least some points from this visit. And go for the pass. And that's overthrown to the back of the end zone to Charlie Joseph there.
I would come back and look at that again because Charlie Joseph had Dan McKenzie. All right, the ball's on the back pylon. It's a good throw because you don't want to make a mistake there. That's the only place that can happen there. The only thing that can happen there is an incomplete pass or a touchdown. So it's a really good throw. All right, so they're set up for 3 here. Hopefully, they want to get points out of this drive.
So that's Luke Norton, the kicker. Looking to get 3 from the visit. Oh, he hits the post.
Ooh.
Hits the post. So it remains 7-0 to the Warriors.
That could be a killer. We're going to see how they respond.
We'll look back at the end of the game and see if that's an important moment or not.
Now,
and the offense will feel sick after that because that was a really nice little drive, getting within easy field goal territory.
They did what they needed to do. All right, they got that 1 first down on that big Deji run. All right, put them in position to at least go for the field goal. So, and as the offense takes the field, Dwayne Watson has 72 yards on 4 carries already with a touchdown.
So it's pretty good stat line right there. Have you got him in fantasy football this weekend? So 2 receivers up the top there, 2 backs in, and they're going to go run.
I ran counter.
And he gains only a yard or so before he's swamped by a pile of blitz defenders.
When the definite thing that needs to be happening, all right, that offensive line, all right, the Warriors' offensive line needs to continue to finish blocks, all right. I understand Dwayne Watson's big behind you and everything, but you need to be able to finish blocks. And at that point, at the point of attack, they didn't finish 1 block, and that's where that tackle came from.
Yeah.
All right, so they got to. It's great to have him back there, but he makes the offensive line makes him look real good.
And now they've got 2 receivers this side, and Thompson hasn't thrown a pass since that near interception, I don't think. And he's not going to throw one here either. That's pitched out to Watson, who breaks a couple of tackles.
This is going to be close for a first down.
I think I'm waiting for the spot. A flag's coming after the play.
Late flag.
I think this spot would be good enough for a first.
I think this is going to be 15 going as well. I think this is going to be 15 going. This is going to be 15 going the other way.
Let's have a look. Let's
going on the blitz.
Wait for the announcement.
It's going on the blitz. This
Brian
looks
Yates.
like a late hit.
Just keeping an eye on the white hat now. Yep, it's going against the blitz. And this personal foul.
Sky Modibi.
Yeah. Sky with the late hit getting a bit too aggressive there.
I mean, we said it at the top, okay? Warriors had committed a lot of penalties in the last time they saw each other. All right, a lot of personal fouls. Well, you just took them out of harm's way after a missed field goal. Now they're on the backside of plus. They're plus field
Warriors
here.
are now into blitz territory, starting from the blitz 44. Only got the single back in now.
Looks like
Trips
James Cherry in the
left.
backfield.
Yep. Handoff up the middle to James Cherry, who gains about 4.
So coming out of Dwayne Watson subbing on the sideline, they went into more of a spread look. They went trips left with James Cherry in the background or in the backfield. So that may be a switch up, like a little bit of thunder and lightning kind of thing, speed and power.
And Cherry is staying in at running back.
I mean,
and they've got trips to the right now.
Dwayne's probably got close to 100 yards now. After
I
those.
think he probably needs a bit of a breather. Handoff up the middle. Gets hit after a couple of yards. So we've got 3rd and 5 coming up, I reckon.
Now this is the interesting area because we've only seen one throw. All right. Aside from the early snap fade down the sideline. So 3rd and 5, it doesn't look like Watson's coming in, so it doesn't look like they're going to pound for the 5 here. So
you reckon maybe a slant or a little hitch or?
I would think that right here, a nice easy concept would be a bit of all hitches, a little spacing, something to get a nice easy throw in, and not freak out a bit. I mean, you could go for it twice here if you really needed to.
And they've got the 2 backs in though, so it's making the blitz think. And it is another handoff to James Cherry, who gets the first and more.
Oh my goodness! Woo!
Finally tackled by Ed Morgan. That is a huge gain of about 15. And they've got a first down at the 15-yard line. Sorry, at the 20, not
and
15.
Speed goes out, and they're going to bring Dwayne Watson right back in. So now they're inside the 20?
Yeah, they're just right on the 20, right on the edge of the red zone.
This is a ground and pound offense right here. I wouldn't be surprised here if we saw stretch right or something coming.
Maybe
with
going
this
back
lead
to
fullback.
that stretch left that's been so successful.
Well,
and they've stacked that side.
We'll see.
No, they're going right.
Yeah.
And taking down the backfield.
That's a really good play by Sky. I'm guessing he was on a stunt there. So they had Dwayne to the left side with 31 lining up in the right. So 31 is
Kelvin Otpoki.
He's a big unit at a fullback. All right, and they usually try to get right behind him and smash right up. So he's going to really take you to the play. They lose a yard or 2 on that one, so we'll see what happens here.
2nd and 11 or 12 coming up here. Might be
backs.
seeing Brad throwing another pass in a minute.
I would assume. I would assume they're going to go up top here.
And we do. But he throws it out. Ooh. Ooh. Living dangerously there. Throws it out to Watson, who gains a couple.
You want to catch that ball
yeah,
quick.
yeah.
You don't want to have to catch that ball twice.
He was setting himself up for the big hit there.
Don't want to have to catch that ball twice.
But he managed to crucially hold on. He does gain a little bit of ground. So we've got 3rd and long coming up.
Ian Jacket can hit from here, so I'm sure that they'll kick the field goal after this. Try to maybe get to the sticks, a little out route.
If they kick from, they're currently at the 22, so that would be a 39-yard field goal if they go for it.
There we go. Got a spread look again.
Yep. Spread receivers, single back. Let's see what happens here.
No high safety.
Oh,
offside.
No. Offside. So that's a 5-yarder, makes their job a little bit easier. And the Blitz, obviously, they thought they had a read on that count and just didn't.
Hard count. There's been hard count has been notorious for defenses, and that's a good call. That's a really good call on that the hard count there. Make it a little more manageable. All right, now you're down to 3rd and 8 or so. It's just a little bit easier, a little less of a throw, a little easier throw.
Yeah.
If you really want to draw, if you want to run a draw here and put it in the hands of your big man who's giving you the love already today.
Yep. So you got 3rd and 7 coming up now. They need to get to the 10-yard line for a first down. Oh, and Thompson throws his hit.
Ooh,
oh, that was
dangerous
throw. Really lucky to get away with that one. That was Dave Jennison, who was a couple of feet away from that ball there.
Oh, I mean, Rush throwing off his back foot, throwing with a guy on his leg. You know, what are you going to do there? So, it's a dangerous throw. That's two dangerous throws, though. That's two dangerous throws. So, we'll see. We got setting up for the field goal. They got enough men on the field this time.
Yep. So far the Warriors have won 10 times for 105 yards, which is pretty good going. Field goal from the 25-yard line. Really good. Yeah. Really solid kick there. Absolutely no chance of that missing. So the Warriors go 10-0 up.
So, 10-0 up. We're still in the first quarter. We got the Warriors who rushed for over 100 yards. Only put the ball in the air 3 times. I mean, he's 0 for 3. But do you really need to put the ball in the air if you have a running game like this? I don't know. It's a
keep
good
going
question.
Until the Blitz start stacking the box, and then they'll have to.
They'll have to throw. So. Oh.
Hey, correct.
Sorry.
He did correct one. He did complete one pass to Watson that one.
Oh, that's right. That's right. Just on that last
out
play.
The backfield.
So
Jack Hayes looking to kick.
Still the same returners deep. We'll see if they take it right again this time. See if they try to get the edge.
Let's keep an eye on that. And the kicker sort of pushes it a little bit to the right and they don't run that out the end zone.
Good move.
So Blitz will be starting from their 20.
So during the last drive, Josh Adamson was warming up on the sideline, but it looks like Tim Lecce is going to go out and take over the offense again. So I mean, we're starting. Ian Jacquet's been consistent. He's putting in 9 yards deep, and now we're starting from about the same field position they started, aside from when on the turnover.
Yeah. So we haven't seen a huge amount of either quarterback yet. It's been a lot of running, and I don't know if that'll just be the theme of the game.
I think that'll until somebody has to force to go.
And that's another run with Deji. Powerful couple of yards there.
Until somebody's forced to throw, and I mean, if the Blitz go down another score, you're going to have to open up the offense.
Yeah.
But we'll see if somebody's going to force somebody to put the ball in the air. Right now, the Warriors are saying, we're still going to man up on you. See if you can beat us.
So we've got trips left for the Blitz. And Deji's just motioned across to the left. And he takes it over to the right. And is taken down after 2 or 3 yards.
Number 90 is Jamal Salim. He's been playing for the Warriors since coming out of university. He played at the University of Greenwich for me, actually. He's a good young man that he's worked really hard to get to where he is at the Warriors, and being a force in that middle.
So we got 3rd and 2 coming up. Still got those trips to the left, but I wouldn't be surprised if we got another dose of Deji here.
I mean, 3rd and 2. Look, they got everybody up on the line of scrimmage, and Ariel just sitting in the middle.
It. That same little motion again. Same play.
Looks like he got it.
Same play, and he's got it first. So he gains about 4 on 3rd and 2 there.
I mean, is this the Warriors bend don't break now, saying bring it out of hand it off, just keep pounding this man because we'll beat up on him. I know that Blitz have a stable of running backs that they get to. We haven't even seen Temi.
No.
So we'll see what the game plan is going forward. Obviously, it was the run on him.
So let's see if they go to the same play again. That little motion. Are they going to run to the right now? Nope. Pass this time. Way over his head, but look how open that outside receiver was.
So that's Mike Abajeo.
Yeah.
So I don't know if that's a pre. That could be a pre-look. So it could be this is where we want to go. So he wasn't even focusing on hitting the outside receiver. He just went with that quick pop route right up the seam. So we'll see if they come back to that in a couple plays.
And the receiver looked back to his quarterback like, what do I have to do? Oh, and they timed that snap count really well there. Little screen and gain maybe 6 or 7 yards on the screen there.
That was a really good tunnel screen by Jack Daly. I mean, it looked like they were going to be able to run him down from the backfield, but he gets north-south and gets his shoulder square and gets up. So they're moving the football a little bit longer of a third down conversion than they had last time.
Yep, third and about 4 coming up now.
And the Warriors are trying to jump that snack. I wouldn't be surprised if you see a freeze play here.
Yeah, well, it would be a free first down if they can draw them offside on this play. Nope. Looking to his right. Right on the sideline.
And that's just going to go out of bounds.
And that was some really good coverage there, really tight. There wasn't really a gap to throw into there.
No, not at all. And I mean, Tim was running in space. So I mean, if you go back, too bad we don't have the ability to replay here. But if you go back and see, maybe on boot you got that option to run it. If he had enough time to turn it up, maybe he could have.
And he's quite an athletic quarterback as well. He can certainly run. So Blitz will punt again. It's a nice big high punt. And the fair catch was called, but he decided not to take that on. So the Blitz will be starting from their 25. Sorry, the Warriors from their 25.
Long snapper Pete Davis down to cover that. That was good coverage, great kick. I mean, high enough where have the ability to get his cover team down on it. So, but I mean, here we go. This is the field position again. Can the Warriors convert a couple first downs and get plus territory, or the only time I think Blitz have moved into plus territory once when starting at their 20.
So you've got both Watson and Cherry in the backfield now. Who are they going to go with?
See, this is going to be interesting because now you have a threat from both sides.
Yeah. Showing Blitz here. And dropping away again. And they give it to Cherry, who is stopped at the line right there.
Absolutely.
He just kind of bounced.
Smothered.
Yeah.
Absolutely smothered.
Yeah, there was no room at the inn. So they lose a yard on the play. 2nd and 11 coming up.
I believe, who was that? Was that Charlie Cohen on that tackle? Or who was that? Can't get the number from
sorry,
here.
I didn't see
Alan Blake is blocking the way. Oh, Camille.
So two receivers up top. Still got Cherry and Watson in the backfield. Maybe Watson will get a look this time.
2nd and 10 plus.
Yep. Pitched it out. Nice block up front there.
Good tackle. Good tackle.
But no gain on the play.
Interesting play call, running straight into the boundary there with Dwayne, putting him in motion. They didn't really have anywhere else to go off of that.
No.
So, I mean, I wonder if they show that again later in the second half and come back with a counter underneath the Cherry, especially now that they have both of them in the backfield.
They just got so many options out of that formation. It must be an absolute nightmare for the Blitz linebackers to read that.
Well, right now, Coach Anderson has the linebackers they're flying over the top on that because they have to fly over the top on that.
So you got trips left now. Single back in being Watson. And that's going to be big offside on Sky there.
That's an interesting play there on who they're going to call that on because that could go on the Warriors for Dwayne coming off. Because I'm not sure that Sky jumped the zone and allows Dwayne to come off like that.
I'm not sure. I think this might be going against the Blitz. Yeah.
It was definitely a conversation. Yeah. I know that was a conversation. But there's Dwayne Watson protecting his quarterback.
So it's 3rd and 5 coming up now instead of 3rd and 10.
So
a little bit more manageable.
We set it down here in the inside the red zone. They were at 3rd and 11. Got the Blitz to jump offside, and now they're at a more manageable first down.
So they go with the same look again.
I think 2 kinds of outs or stick route up top would be the way to go.
And they are going to pass. No, he's looking to his right, the single receiver. No, he's overthrown that. Not a good pass. And he was well covered as well with help over the top too.
If you came back to they bracketed Taylor over here with the corner and the safety, but it'd be interesting to go back and see what the conversation is on the sideline with the 2 curls coming out on the trip side. One of them looked to be open underneath the coverage, so that may be something that Brad will have the offensive coordinator in his ear about.
So
As they're on the
Warriors are
sideline.
punting. Is this the first time they've punted? I'm trying to think now.
This is the first
Yeah,
Warriors punt, I believe.
yeah, I think it is.
Ooh.
So, and the punt's slightly muffed, but no big problem. And he's got a convoy. Oh, he's dragged down by his helmet there. Yeah,
that's definitely going to be a face
15.
mask.
Well, it's going to be a half distance because it's inside the 30.
Oh, no,
and flags coming in from all over the place now, so we'll let them clear up the mess, but he was quite obviously tackled by his face mask there. So just had it in my ear that Blitz have had 16 plays for 60 yards, so they're averaging just under 4 yards a play.
Well, this is going to be interesting here. So down on the punt, this looks like it's going to be a face mask that goes against the Warriors. However, there's another flag down on the Blitz sideline, which may be a flag against the Blitz sideline. So I think these are going to offset.
It also depends on whether it was after the end of the play.
Oh, that is true.
Yeah.
That is true.
We'll just wait for the call from Brian Yates.
At worst, the ball's going to start from right where it is.
Yeah. Yep, so there's the face mask we expected.
And then the 15 is going to come back.
Yep. So it's going to actually be a net 2-yard gain for the Blitz because it's half distance from the 25, so that's only a 12.5-yard penalty, and then they're going 15 the other way. So they essentially moved the ball 2.5 yards back.
That is true.
So
again, field position.
Here we go. Great field position for the Blitz. They're actually starting.
Do we have a switch at quarterback? We do.
Can't.
Josh Adamson is now in at quarterback.
Interesting. Very, very interesting.
So after the stat of 16
Trips
for 6,
left.
Josh Adamson comes in at quarterback.
And that was a nice little run on first down, gain of 3 or 4.
And it looks like
and it's Temi in at running back as well.
Okay, so a little switch up here for the Blitz as they go into the second quarter.
So at the end of the quarter, the score is London Warriors 10, London Blitz 0. But the Blitz are driving, and they've got a 2nd and 6 at the Warriors 22 to start the second quarter.
Well, it was an interesting first quarter. I'll give you that
much. Absolutely, we had everything. It was great.
We saw the Warriors go for a touchdown on their first play from scrimmage. All right, Blitz battled back. We saw some turnovers. We saw some great returning. I mean, if I gotta give the edge to the Warriors offense, all right, edge to the Blitz special teams, all right, and then we'll
pretty
see
much evens on defense, I'd say.
So we'll see where they're gonna go from here. I mean,
we haven't seen any fantastic quarterback play yet, but hopefully we'll get some coming soon.
We did start off.
That throwaway was.
Yeah, we did start off with the nerves at the top. So they're back in bunch formation.
So you've got a nice tight formation there, and they've now moved 3 receivers to the right, and he's running on second down, slides, and that's enough for a first. That's a nice smart play there.
I'm going to tell you, I really think the Blitz got away with a holding call here.
Do you think?
But we shall see.
There's no laundry on the field.
No, they definitely got away. I think they got away with a holding call. So I was Sam Obi, who was down momentarily, but it's popped right back up.
So we've got first down at the 13. So it's a really, really strong opportunity for the Blitz, and they'll want at least 3 here, but they really need a touchdown.
They want the touchdown here. Let's be completely honest.
Gives it to Temi, who gets nowhere.
Swallowed. So it looked like a number of people in on that. Alex Haldane, Andrew Stedman, the 2 defensive tackles. I was just swarming defense to swallow up Temi right there. was interesting to see him motion to empty and run Josh up the middle. So that'll be something to look forward to coming up as well. That was pretty nifty play calling.
So another new look. Got trips left now. And going with the quarterback run. And he's got a nice block up front. Can he make it? No, he's short.
This looks like a first down, though.
It's hard to tell from this angle, but depending on the spot, this could well be first and goal coming up. Let's have a look.
We got it looks like two offensive linemen coming in. This looks like it's going to be a heavy package as well.
You got first and goal.
First and goal from the three?
The three.
And this looks like a heavy package coming in for the Blitz offense.
So let's see who we've got. So still got Temi in the backfield. But yeah, you've got big line up there.
I wouldn't be surprised if we're going off tackle here, left side.
No, they're going right.
Right.
And, oh, no. Fantastic tackle there. Ariel Mafondo.
That's Ariel.
Yeah.
That's Ariel coming in. He can move. He played in Germany last year, I believe in the Premier League in GFL 1. He's an absolute athlete.
Temi gains about half a yard there. So at the 2.5, second down. The Blitz really need to punch this in here.
We got,
if not for the scoreboard, for their own mental well-being.
This will be a huge stand if they can stand here, or this would be a huge score for the Blitz regardless. This is going to go either way.
Oh, I think that might have been Deji there, who got absolutely stood up. Hang on, sorry, I need to get...
No, Temi.
It is still Temi, sorry.
Still Temi. Deji and Gary Walsh checking into the ball game now.
Yeah. And it looks like they might have lost a bit of yardage on the play there. Might have lost 1.5 yards. So we've got third and goal from the 4. And Blitz are trying to sort their personnel out. Here we go, 2 backs in.
They brought in an extra lineman, so Dan Hurt's down.
Gary Welsh at fullback there. And they've booted the QB to the left.
Touchdown.
Great catch.
Jack Daly.
Yep, that's a touchdown. And we've got ourselves a ball game here.
Here we go. That is a great play call. Overloaded really nice. Right.
Fooled everybody.
Play action, booted left. Great play call. That was brilliant.
Nice throw to finish it off as well, because it's so easy to...
He had a number of options there. He probably could have walked it in.
He
could have walked it in. They're going to substitute infraction here, probably by the
No, he's managed to get off. Nice kick.
And there we go.
10-7.
10-7. What a game. Exactly what we needed. Exactly what we needed going in the second half. Pulled this game right close together. All right. This is brilliant. All right. Everybody's out there. Nobody wants to go home from this game with a loss. All right. Blitz leaving you don't have to prepare for anything next week. All right. So you might as well show everything you got. That's exactly what they've done. All right. Really, really good series. First time we've seen
the first time we've seen the Blitz kickoff unit. So Luke Norton will be coming back to give this a good hoof in. But the Warriors' return is interesting. They are lining up at the 5-yard line. And now they're stepping back.
Heels on the 1, so I'm going to assume anything over their head, they're going to either fair catch, take in the end zone, or let go.
No, they're going for it.
Ooh.
Nice tackle. No, I think that was fair. There's a little bit of afters there. Nothing too serious.
So, inside the 20-yard line.
Yeah, we're about the 11, I think, we'll be going from.
And we're ready to go. So, the
the
important thing here is, can the Blitz defense make another stop? Okay? Can they keep this field position? Can they make sure that the field isn't flipped on them again?
Yeah.
And then make sure that going forward, they give the offense, the ability to be successful.
So Warriors going from their own 12 2 backs in. Watson's the tailback. Yep, gives it to Watson. He's getting outside. He's finally taken down, but he's only gained maybe 2 or 3 yards there.
No.
Sorry, about 5 yards.
Who's down on the field?
Perspective hard. Looks like
Looks
one
like
of
is it the center?
Yeah, it's
Looks like
definitely one of the linemen.
Looks like Victor
Yeah,
Bama,
it
the
is.
center.
It
The
is.
center. So that's Victor Bama, the center, who's down. Let's hope it's nothing too serious.
can't see immediately what's happened there.
So the physios are out on the field talking to Victor. So going back to that last drive, so the change of quarterback and running back
Yeah.
has taken the blitz, all right, down the field for a touchdown. Victor's walking off under his own power, but we're going to see
sheepish.
We're going to see how important that is for the later.
Yeah.
He's the center. I mean, he's going to center that offensive line. So this could be a pretty.
And it could throw all sorts of things out.
Yeah.
Timing. The sort of the block combos, anything. So we'll look with interest to see if he comes back into the game later on, but he's certainly walking off very sheepishly. Okay, so we've got second down coming up and about 5 to go by the looks of it. 2 backs in. Motions Cherry to the right,
and then
but then hands off to Watson, who gains a really hard 3 yards there before being finally taken down.
Okay, so now that comes back to early. They flipped the running backs, but then they sent Cherry in that motion, and then came back underneath with Dwayne. Now Dwayne is the man that they've been keying on. So with that motion, I don't think that confused anybody.
No.
All right, with Dwayne running. If they come back with Cherry, if Dwayne running the motion, Cherry come back running it, that would be something that would.
But you can be sure that they've got a play in their playbook where they give that off to Cherry as well.
You can be sure that I'm sure the Blitz defense is keying on 34 no matter where he is in the ball game.
So you've got third down and 3 to go. Ooh, high snap, but he's got enough. Yeah.
Yep, he controlled.
James Cherry up the middle,
looks
and
like
he's got enough for a first down.
Yeah. So, good control of the snap, controlling the mistakes. Don't let anything bad happen. That could have been catastrophic down here, all right, inside the 20.
So James Cherry is still the preferred back, I'd say, at the minute. Flags come down.
I'm going to guess this is going to be offside on the
well
defense
be offside
encroachment. Here. He looked like, I believe that's Eric Helson who jumped that, but we'll see.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was Ari Halverson.
So you don't expect this to be any different. This is just like one of those fights, Warrior strike, blitz come back, Warrior strike, blitz come back. So we'll see what happens. Just keep toing and froing here.
So 1st and 5 now.
I love that. That's really nice. 1st and 5.
Yeah. Motion across, and they give it to the receiver.
That's Taylor Burke, I believe.
Not a great block there up front.
Yeah, Taylor
Full
Burke
work. Yeah.
Just can't get the edge. The edge blocking wasn't as solid. Up. Yep. So Victor Bama returns to the game. Okay.
That's important. Let's see if he's back to full strength or whether he's going to be in any way inhibited.
Mm-hmm.
So they actually maybe lost a yard on that play there. 2nd and 6 coming up. And that's handed off to Cherry, who's driving. Still, his legs are still going. Finally taken down about the 3rd or 4th hit. He's short of a first. But it brings up maybe 3rd and 2.
That was a strong run. It looked like Charlie Cohen had him dead to rights. All right, and then he was able to just keep his legs churning. All right, pull off another 3. That was a strong run.
It's a really good run.
He's going to get a breather, and then he comes back. Then you come back, and Dwayne Watson's back in the ball game. So
there's no rest for the Blitz defense.
So,
that's for sure.
I mean, they're going to know they were in a game when this is done. Win or lose, they're going to know they're in a game.
2 receivers to the right, hands off to Watson. 1 cut straight up the middle, 1st down.
Great cut. He knew what he needed to do. Get the 1st down. Move the chains again. I mean, we've got a 3rd down on each of these first sets of downs. So this must be 8 or 9 plays already the defense has been out on the field.
It's really hard for those of you at home who haven't played American football before. It's hard to describe just how chaotic that center of the field is, and he just manages to sort of just see everything and manages to make that 1 cut.
One cut and go. You can't teach that. If you could teach that, your man, 1 cut and go, you're going to win ball games. Oh, that's going to be 1st and 15.
Yeah.
There.
Yeah.
So, now, on the last series, you started off short, 1st and 5. On this series, you're going to start up quite long, all right? So, 1st and 15.
So, it's the right tackle, Ricard Gadzepko, who I think has
guilty
cost
of that
his
infraction.
team 5 there.
Well, there's not many plays in the playbook for 1st and 15.
It's whatever you want. Whatever you want.
Especially with a strong running game.
Yeah.
First, you got to take it an extra 5 yards for those ground and pounders.
When are we going to see Brad throw another pass?
I don't know. When are we going to, We got a counter here.
Ducked under the tackle, gets another couple, still maybe gains 2 on the play.
Good. Counter
still
tray.
2nd and long.
Counter tray and blitz rally. And the backside backer there, I believe it was Pete Davis, rallied to that. All right. Saw clear daylight, cut through the hole.
Yep.
And he was able to at least corral Dwayne Watson a bit to let all his reinforcements get there.
How would you feel if you were Brad right now, just handing the ball off? He's made a couple of bad throws.
I mean, it could get interesting. It could work 1 or 2 ways. You could get a little touchy and make a mistake, or you just say, this is what we're going to do, and just keep running the offense. That's what his job is.
And he's running it himself now. Oh. And he's made maybe 7 yards there. That's a nice little run. He got jumped on at the end, though.
I mean, I'm not used to seeing the Warriors run some option football there, but, And
he read it well.
Kept the ball, put the ball in his own hands. I mean, his job as the quarterback is just to control the football game. All right? No negative plays. Control the football game. If the running game's eating it up, then just stick with the running game.
So 3rd and 5 coming up now.
It looks a little ginger holding his hand, though.
And he hands off to Watson.
One
he's
cut
got
and
a lot
go.
of space.
There you go.
Space. Just that 1 cut.
1 cut and go.
And that's what all the best running backs do.
That squared his shoulders, got north-south, and then after that, once he got the 1st down, it's just all gravy. Oh, he's hobbling off the field, though. Dwayne Watson just hobbling off the field a bit.
Interesting.
So, I don't know if he just tweaked an ankle.
Yeah, it looks like a lower leg. So, Warriors have got 1st down, the Blitz 37, into the Blitz territory. So you can see on your screen the Warriors sideline there. 2 backs in. Gives it to James Cherry. Nice block by 31 there, kick out block. And he gains maybe 3 yards.
Missed tackles in the backfield. Okay. If you have the ability to tackle a man in the backfield, make sure you make the tackle.
Yeah.
If you can't, that could have been a 3-yard loss, which turns into a 3-yard gain. All right. So
just had news in that Dwayne Watson has 110 yards for the day, so he's already a 100-yard rusher. It's not even half-time yet. Hopefully he'll be back into the game.
It would be a huge loss if he can't come back into the game.
Because, James Cherry's running well, but... I think this is going to be an offside. So there's a free play here. Thompson's running for it, and he's really putting himself on the line here.
I mean, on that free play.
And there's another flag in after the play there.
On that free play, what you want to do is if you look downfield, see if you can't get something downfield as a quarterback.
Yeah.
All right, if you can't, then we're gonna take that.
It'll be interesting to see what
to the ground.
The flag that came in at the end of the play there, what that was for. Maybe there are a few words exchanged.
I'm gonna say there looks like there's 3 flags here.
Yeah, so you got the offside. There might be
holding,
maybe a holding in the middle, and
then
then
something late over here.
Yeah, so
2 of them are going to offset at least.
Listen to the white hat and see.
As we're waiting for this to get sorted out.
There are multiple fouls on the play. Yep, so you got holding on the Warriors, blocking the back on the Warriors, offside on the Blitz.
They're going to take the offside.
So they'll all offset.
Yeah.
Yep.
Good.
Replay second down.
There we go.
See,
now that's why if you feel like you're going to get hit right away, if he takes a knee right there, okay, the chances of that block in the back happening and that holding happening, they're going to go +5. I mean, he's trying to make a play.
For any of you wondering at home why 2 Warriors fouls and 1 Blitz foul offset, they're all live ball fouls, so it doesn't really matter. You could have 4 and 1. They'll all offset anyway. 2 backs in, going for a pass, looking deep. No.
I mean, ball's in a good
real
place.
Tight coverage.
Jeff Davis on a coverage, young corner there, played for the IFAF development team. All right, really young corner. He got one of his early starts of his career last year in the final against the Warriors. So I mean, he is a good young player. That's really good coverage on the.
And that was Ian Jacquet, the receiver, who was looking for down the left sideline there.
So now you got 3rd and 7. I mean, this could
playbook.
Be two down territory. Could be. Watson not back in the game. James Sherry still in the backfield.
And they're giving it to Cherry. He's got a nice block, but no, taken down after a gain of 3.
Good tackle by
Brings
Dave
up
Jennison.
4th and 3, but I would be tempted to go for it in this position.
If this is me, all right, if I'm calling the play here, all right, what I'm doing right now is I'm hard counting this. The Blitz have already gone on me twice. I'm going to hard count it. If I don't hard count it, I'm going to have a play called, and then we're going to go to the play. All right.
Or call a timeout.
Or use a timeout. I mean, we got 3 timeouts are used for offense, so we got 3. We got plenty of options here.
So which look have we got? They've got their offense still out on the field. 2 backs in.
No hard count. They're going to sweep.
Pitched out to Cherry.
He's not going to get there.
Short. No.
Not going to get there.
Turnover on downs. Blitz take over at their own 30-yard line. And this is a really positive stretch of play for the Blitz because they managed to contain the running game. There's no big plays going in. And they've just managed to get off the field.
That is a momentum changer right there. All right, that can momentum change. That defense did a heck of a job. A bend, don't break. All right, stop them at the 30. Put them in a situation where put them in a situation where they had to contemplate going for it on 4th down. All right, could have punted deep. I mean, they're up 3. Maybe they're trying to keep their foot on the gas. All right, Adamson and Temmie look back in again. So this is going to be an exciting drive here.
Obviously, we don't have any visibility of the clock.
Ooh.
That was a bar of soap there for Adamson.
I'm going to tell you, there are a couple people right there where hearts jumped up in their throats. Good play for Josh Adamson to fall on the ball. But that was...
So they lose 2 yards to start the drive, but they'll just be happy that they are still in possession after that.
So, trips look again. Looks like they're in man coverage again.
And they're really stacking that line. And they might have stacked the line, but he still managed to find a bit of a gap. Oh, there's a bit of afters there. But it's okay. No flags coming in.
This drive, Ariel Mafondo is not on the field. It's Alex Haldane who's moved. He's been playing in the middle, but he's moved into the middle almost exclusively now. So it'll be interesting to see if this is just a breather for Ariel, or if there's something that may be further wrong with him.
Yeah.
I mean, these teams can't hit, so they do ding each other up.
Oh, definitely. So got 3rd and 8 coming up. And he's looking to pass. Looking to his left.
Scrambling.
Nice pocket. And he's still running. And he's got the
he's going to squeak through for the first down.
That was a really good little surge there. Looked like he was going to go down a little bit short, but he managed to just get that one more drive with his legs. And he managed to get out for a first.
And right on cue, as I question if Ariel's on the field, he jogs back on the field. So just a breather.
So is this something that that Adamson brings to the table that Lechty can't?
It is something. It's something that you've seen him throughout his entire career. He can make plays with his feet. I mean, he puts himself in some way, but he can make plays with his feet. All right. I mean, the Blitz, when they had Fred Boyle did the same thing. He was able to scurry around, and like when a play breaks down, he can make something happen.
So this is the 2-minute warning, and both teams still have all 3 timeouts, I believe. Wouldn't the Blitz love to go in ahead at halftime after that really early onslaught where it looked like they could get blown out?
Huge momentum swing if they could go in at halftime with the lead. Huge momentum swing. In addition, big stop if the Warriors can stop them, and then maybe put something on the board.
Trips right, be hands off at the middle to Temi. He's driving those legs, real strong running.
Carrying play. I mean, so it only looks like a 1.5-yard gain, but that's a hard 1.5 yards that he just gained.
That could easily have been a yard loss, but he managed to keep those legs churning. And that's what makes a really good running back. That one cut and those legs.
Looking for that one cut and go. I mean, you've seen some good running. You've seen some good running play here today.
Got a spread look now. And now they move that empty backfield. Last time they ran it, and they run it again. Oh! He got hit, but he's got a first down. That was a cracking run. And it's that same play again where they empty the backfield
They empty the backfield and they run that quarterback draw.
Yeah.
Now, Josh doesn't see the corner coming. He got pretty lucky because he doesn't see the corner coming. But if Leslie Wilson wraps up on that, then it's not as big of a play as it is.
And you saw all the way through, the Warriors defender was swiping at that ball. They're really trying to make something happen. Big hit there on Temi. Gains a couple of yards, but he got hit pretty hard there.
So Andrew Crapper goes out. Andrew Crapper goes out for Jack Daly.
Timeout called.
This looks
Blitz
like a
timeout.
Blitz timeout. That's probably a good decision. I mean, going in, they want to come out of this. They want to come out of this drive with points.
I mean, the field goal would tie it. Touchdowns going ahead at halftime.
It's a good decision to make sure you know what you have going into halftime.
So for anyone just tuning in, we're inside the 2-minute warning in the first half. Warriors lead 10-7. Their first play from scrimmage went for a touchdown. They tacked on the field goal. Since then, we've had a Jack Daly touchdown off to the left-hand side of the end zone there. And
a
the Blitz are in the ascendancy at the minute.
Oh yeah, it swings and roundabouts. I mean, game of momentum. I don't know if we chatted about it in pre-game, but it was big for the Blitz to get the win at the end of the regular season, going into this game because they hadn't beat the Warriors in going on 2 years, over 2 years. So that was huge, and now, anything can happen. You'd love to get a point. You'd love to get points here because you're not getting the ball coming out of halftime.
Yep.
All right, that's going to the Warriors. You don't know what's going on with their athletes on their sidelines, so we'll see.
Trips right, and now they're motioning the receiver across. Screen. Gains maybe a yard or 2 yards.
That is an excellent play by Daniel McKenzie, not allowing Jack Daly to squeak away from him. They ran that motion, all right, they ran that motion, number 80 coming down, all right, and they pulled that that corner out because he's following the motion. So they're removing a man from the point of attack.
And was blocking down on the end there to try and seal off that middle of the field there.
So it's a big chess match. That's what they're doing right now. Timeout. Make sure we get the play right. Know what we have to do.
And obviously controlling the clock. We're inside 2 minutes,
right.
so you need to
we're on the front foot here. Let's not really, that's exactly what's going through the Blitz coaches' minds. That's going through the players' minds. They're going, let's not push too hard. But they need a first down here. If they don't get a first down, all right, they're going to be in trouble because this is a field goal and a half.
Yeah, 3rd and 6 coming up. Oh, did they get the jump? Yeah, flags down, free play. And it's going long, but no, nobody there.
No one there. So now, much more manageable.
We can't see exactly where the yardage marker is. This is either going to be a first down or it's going to be 3rd and really short.
I'm going to guess this is going 3rd and real short with no measurement. If I was a gambling man.
Just wait and see the spot.
Yeah, short.
3rd and short.
Whew, 6 inches.
Yeah, I think they need that solid line for a first down. So they're about a foot short. So now what do you do? Because obviously you can run it. You'll run some clock off though. So you need to think about the clock at all times here.
Big play action, something.
Maybe
get the first down. They got to get the first down.
They got a big heavy line there. Oh, and Timmy's stuffed.
I don't know if they're going to get there.
I don't think he's got it. I don't think he's got it. I think he might be short.
That's going to be
bring a 4th
really
and short.
Just short.
So then, do you go for a 42-yard field goal?
You could do two things here. You can try to pull them offside, hard count. Let them stay. If they don't stay, you have a timeout in your back pocket, right?
Well, the offense has stayed out on the field, so they're not going for the field goal. They're going for it. Big, heavy, unbalanced line there.
Oh. Strange. What happened?
Let's see what happened here.
This was strange. This was really tight.
I think this could be a false start, but
I think it's going to be a timeout. I think the Blitz have called a timeout. I believe the Blitz have called a timeout. I don't see any flag on the field. I believe the Blitz called a timeout. Let's see.
I'm so confused. Right. So yeah, the kicking team have come out. There must have been a timeout call because there's no flags.
Okay.
So
there was no play repeated.
Yeah.
So I'm going to guess there was a timeout called. So
there's a bit of chat there between Neil Reynolds and Brian Yates there.
I didn't know this was interactive commentary.
There are 3 seconds left in the half. So this
will
be the last action of the half, and they've got the kicker out.
Let's get it. Blitz are going. Good snap, good hold here.
Yeah.
Good snap, good hold. Snap, hold, down, up.
So this will be a 42-yarder if they can get it. Let's see what Luke Norton's leg is made of. To tie the game going into halftime. Ooh. Has he got it?
Looks like
he's got it. Drilled it. And they've tied the game.
Going into halftime, 10-10. We're going to come out of halftime. It's going to be what? 30-minute game?
And that would have gone from 50.
That easily would have gone from 50. That was a boot. That was really good boot.
So what a first half we have. BRITBOWL 29 living up to its billing. 10-10 going into the half.
You can't ask for anything better. All right, you got two teams that are putting everything out on the line. All right, you want them to do everything that they can. You got a tie game going into halftime. All right, both offenses. All right, one offense started out really strong. One sputtered, flipped it. All right, the defense took the Blitz defense took their shots. All right, they turned it up. The Blitz offense turned it up in the second half, and they're ready to go. I mean, we're going to come out of halftime. Warriors going to get the ball. It's a brand new ball game. It's a 30-minute. You have 30 minutes at 0-0 for the rest of your off season. All right, London bragging rights here again.
Yeah, so the Warriors have put up 154 yards of offense in that first job. And of that, Dwayne Watson had 110 yards on the ground. And he's
going to be a huge. We got to see if he comes back out.
Yeah,
I mean,
I'm looking down at him now. He's definitely favouring one leg.
He's walking under his own power, which is good.
But he's not. He's not looking healthy.
You know, we could see what happens.
Blitz for 116 yards of offense in the first half.
Which is a lot of that came, on those two drives. It's important that they get that offense game. Now they've been the most productive, all right, with Josh throwing the ball and running the ball himself.
Yeah, well, the game completely changed when they switched quarterback. When Tim came out and when Josh Adamson came in, they looked like a different offense.
It could be a number of things. It could be whether Josh has been the quarterback during the season, all right, or he just gives you that dual threat as a quarterback, whether he can make something with his feet or make something with his arm.
And he's giving the Warriors defense fits because they thought they had it all figured out. They had obviously a heavy dose of Deji up the middle. The odd passing play, but they had it all very well contained. And then you've got this dual threat QB comes in who's suddenly empty in the backfield, running up to middle on one of his first plays in the game, and it's just it gives them something to think about.
I said it early. Okay, I said it early as one of the keys to the game is that a team that adjusts, all right, and the team that adjusts quickest and best is going to win. So the Warriors came out, pounding it. They jumped. Okay, Blitz defense adjusted. Held them in. All right, the offense, had to adjust. The Warriors' defense had their number. Offense had to adjust. They adjusted. They come out. They score 10 unanswered points. So we got 10 unanswered points on both sides. Now coming into, we haven't seen the ball go through the air very much. I mean, low percentage, high percentage, low throw, short throws. Anything that we saw anybody push vertically, they're not really accurate with. So that could be something going forward. Are you going to see a lot of running in the second half? You're going to see the quarterbacks open up. I mean,
and the coverage has been really good from the defensive backs as well. I've noticed that we've seen very few wide open receivers. There's just like one down the sideline where the blitz wide receiver looked really, really open.
Yeah,
but apart from that,
you have
really good coverage.
You have a lot of good corners out here. Or you have a lot of guys that could cover. Both secondaries are really good with the coverage. I mean, there's a lot of guys out there that are GB athletes and GB trialists on both sides of the ball. So, when you got your two best teams, put your two best secondaries out there, and the athletes that they have, there's not going to be a lot of open space. So, are the Blitz going to continue to run inside to get Josh available on the outside? Are the Warriors going to continue to try to switch up if Dwayne's healthy, him and James Cherry going forward, or are they going to try to put the ball in Brad's hands and go deep or start throwing, the rock around a little bit?
If you're the Blitz offensive coordinator right now, are you going to stick with what you've got, or are you going to try and twist it again before the Warriors can get a handle on it?
If I'm the Blitz offense coordinator, I'm going to stick with what's working right now. I mean, I'm going to feed the hot hand. Putting Josh, if Josh wants to run him, and we saw him make a play, I mean, he's got to get down because if the Warriors going to know it. All right, you saw him try to come out. They got to tackle though. They have to wrap up and tackle Josh Adams because he's going to punish you. He dipped under the tackle here to get a first down. He beat the corner on the other side of the field
that was key in getting that touchdown.
Getting that touchdown. Those are the things that are gonna do. So if I'm the Blitz offensive coordinator, I'm just gonna keep the hot hand and keep going. I mean, my offensive line is good, so we're gonna be good.
So we're going to quickly wrap up for halftime now, have a little bit of a break. We'll be back in 5-10 minutes' time, take you through the second half of what has been a fantastic Brit Bowl. See you in a bit. Welcome back, BRITBOWL 29. We've got the second half coming up. The game is tightly, it's just poised. It's 10-10. I mean, you can't get any tighter than that. Warriors started the better. The Blitz have come back, and just a game full of talking points. I mean, the Blitz, they started off with Tim Lechty.
They start off with Tim.
Brought Adamson in.
Start off with Tim. We mentioned that they may. I don't know if they benched him, but they take him off in favor of Adamson because Adamson's been their starter all year. So they were both warming up during halftime. We saw they both teams came out of the locker room quite well. You know, the Blitz came out with a little bit of swagger, a little more relaxed than the Warriors. The Warriors came out like they got their game faces on, ready to go. They switched up their kickoff return here for a bit. I mean, you know, we'll see if Dwayne Watson comes back into the ball game. So we got a couple things ready to go. But I mean, it's 10-10. Nobody has an upper hand here at all. So, you know, we're ready to go.
So back to the game. Luke Norton is dropping back, ready to kick off.
Got Taylor Burke and
Luke
Benjamin back there again. So we'll see. We'll see if they take it out of the end zone this time or stay deep.
It's interesting kickoff formation the Warriors have there. They've got like a 5-2 and 2-2.
It's definitely a short
They've got plenty of blockers there. Nice little return. Finally crowded out by 2 or 3 Blitz players there.
I think looks like what was that? 86. Like 86, Matt? No, 26. That's
I think Sam Joseph made the final hit there.
Matt
but anyway, the Warriors starting from their own 25, reasonable field position. So Brad Thompson threw a couple of passes, threw a couple of bad passes, handed it off for the rest of the half. So are they going to put the ball in his hands?
We got our answer straight away. If Dwayne Watson's back in the ball game, I mean he's out for the first series.
Let's see how he goes. Because obviously he did hobble off. He's had some kind of leg injury. But they give him it straight away. And he cuts up. It looked like he slipped a little bit on that cut there. But he still made it back to the line of scrimmage. Maybe gains 1.
Short
Let's see how he's walking when he gets up.
Still a little
he's limping
ginger.
a bit, but he's okay.
The guys are going to put their bodies on the line. I mean, it's the last game of the season. You know, it's a long season. You know, you always get nicked up, but you know, so we'll see what happens again when they come out. Got 2 back set. So
2nd and 9 coming up.
Somebody's going to have to air it out here.
Yeah, I think they've got to get him passing the ball, or he's just going to lose all confidence. And they're giving it to Watson again. And that's a slightly better gain this time. Maybe gains 5 or 6 on the play. Brings up 3rd and short.
So 2 runs. Dwayne Watson right off the left-hand side. They've been attacking that line of scrimmage, that side of the line. All right. So obviously the Warriors see something that they can exploit over there. But we got 3rd and short again, just under 5.
Yeah. 3rd and 4 coming up. So the whole playbook is open. I suspect we might get another dose of Watson here, but they might surprise us. You get another dose of Watson. Ooh.
And he's going to be short
again. Short. He's definitely short. He's about 2 yards short there.
So the Blitz defense is saying, you know what? We're going to stuff this. We're going to stay honest. We're going to stay true. We're going to tackle. They're going to have to beat us through the air. All right, so you know we're going to see. Somebody's going to have to open it up here.
Yeah.
I mean, the Blitz included.
So the Warriors will be punting, and the Blitz returners are really, really deep. So they're obviously expecting a pretty booming punt here. Good snap. A bit shorter than the returners were hoping for, but fielded. Gets a couple of blocks. That was Dominic Husbands there on the return.
This is going to be interesting on the Warriors punt if they have to do this again. Enoch Huncombo came through almost untouched and goes vertical as opposed to laying out to try to block the kick. If they can measure this where he can lay out and go horizontal, they're going to block one of these kicks. That's going to change the ball game.
Absolutely. So obviously all of the momentum at the end of the first half was with the Blitz. They've managed to get the Warriors 3 and out.
a new running back into the ball game with Oliver Bishop.
Yep. Let's see what they can do on this first drive. And he gets outside. Gains maybe...
I think it's a little shorter than we expected.
Sure. It looked like a lot longer run, but he didn't quite manage to get vertical there.
So they stretch him to the sideline.
About 2.
Stretch him to the sideline. Backers played very well over there. So they stretched him out. Were able to occupy it. Looked like David Izignon with the tackle.
So here we go. Trips left. Still Bishop in the backfield. And they're going to pass. Nice pass. Oh, off the defender's helmet.
Oh, oh my goodness.
He was looking downfield for Andrew Cropper there, and the DB knew very little about that. Hits him in the back of the head.
Olu Balogun with the pass defense there. I mean, they ran a little pick route. All right, so they set up the inside tunnel screen, and they released Cropper down the sideline.
He's wide open.
And, I mean,
so open.
A linebacker on your number 2, that's going to be money every time. That's one of the problems with lining up in man coverage like this. If they get a switch route on you, you're going to be in trouble.
Nice to rub those defenders, and there's definitely plays on. So look how soft that coverage is. And he maybe gains a yard or gets back to the line of scrimmage. So that was a quick 3 and out. Punt team come on. What can we take away from these first 2 very short drives?
I mean, you know that the Warriors are going to hand the ball to Dwayne, and it seems like they want to stick with that game plan. I think they're going to have to open it up. I think they're going to have to get Brad thrown.
Oh, they've still got the offense on. No.
The Blitz are going to get nailed here for 12 men on the field.
Yeah. Substitution in price. So that'll be going back 5.
What we can also take out of the Blitz start, okay, is they're going to try to exploit the third defender that's out here on the trips.
Yeah.
Okay. He's not as fleet of foot as the other guys. They're going to look everywhere. You're going to look for the mismatch. Okay. And I think they might have found one that they want to exploit. So if that ball's thrown on the money and it's over, you're looking at a play down the sideline.
It wasn't a bad ball. It was a pretty good pass, but just the DB got a bit lucky there. So they are punting now. It's 4th and 12. That's a pretty good punt there. But it's fielded, and he's managed to break the first tackle. Oh, big tackle
big
there.
Tackle by the long snapper, Pete Davis.
Big tackle. And that's the kind of thing that gets the sideline really fired up, especially on your own sideline.
Oh, that's a big hit. Now, Luke Benjamin there had the sideline. I mean, the inside, the contain got too far inside on the gunner. They're going to be live dangerously out there.
So you need to maintain that discipline and stay in their lanes.
But now, we may be looking at a battle of field position here in the second half with the other team not really wanting to commit too big of a mistake.
So Warriors are starting from their own 38. Pretty decent field position. You've got 2 receivers to the top, 2 backs in. Obviously, Watson, the tailback. And they give it to Watson. That one cut gain of 3. And the flag comes in. This could be coming back.
The backside linebacker is going to keep making plays on this one cut and go if he stays disciplined. Oh, this looks like it's going to go against the Blitz. I think by the way reaction in the Warriors huddle.
Oh, it is. Yeah. Wow. And that's killer.
92, I believe that's Oteajuya. All right. That is a big penalty.
And that was just a nothing play, and just kept his hands a bit too high there.
That is a big penalty because now they march right inside the Blitz territory.
Yeah. So they now got a first down at the Blitz 33.
I mean,
and the Blitz really need to stop here, or else all their momentum that they worked so hard to create in the first half could quickly dissipate. So they've got the same formation. They've got 2 receivers up top, 2 backs in the backfield.
Looks like straight man coverage.
And they've moved into a sort of offset eye. and pitch it out. Nice block up front.
That's
but
a
nobody
great
picked up
play by the outside
That
linebacker.
That was a really good play.
That's a great play.
Good discipline.
That's the first play to that left-hand side where they didn't allow them to get outside their contain.
Yeah. The fullback made it to the next level and made that seal, but nobody picked up the outside backer.
So you got backers running three. This was what we were saying in the first half as well. If you're in the backfield, you got to make the tackle, all right? Because it makes it's a huge, huge momentum shift.
That's a loss of 3 or 4 yards on that play. So Warriors have got a bit of an uphill struggle here.
We got counter tray.
Now they counter it.
And
only gains a couple of yards.
Very
good. So it's
good.
third and long, 3rd and 12 or so.
They're very disciplined now. The Blitz are staying very disciplined on the backside backers, reading and coming through the hole. So if they see the window, they're scraping through the window.
So the fullback is coming out for the Warriors.
3rd and 12 here. I told you, force them to
They've
throw
got the
the
single
football.
back. Looks like they're going trips right.
They're gonna have to
throw it. When are they going to throw it?
Well, I'm gonna guess on this down.
Screen. Do you think they'll go for that tunnel screen again?
Draw.
No, hand off. He's got so much room.
So much room. Is he going to get to the first down marker?
I think he's got the first.
No, I think.
You think he might be short?
Or is he short? I'm going to guess. Is he short?
It's difficult.
It's tough from here.
I think
is this
down? I think he might have the first, but we're waiting
Hold
for
on, we're little confused. Oh, no. Box changes to 4.
Nope, the guard's 4. Okay. Right. So we've got 4th and short coming up. It's kickable range. It will be a 41-yarder, but
short here, big backs.
I don't know. I think they'll go for it.
Dwayne Watson hobbled. I mean, this is a tough call here.
The offense is staying on for now.
They took a timeout, so they're going to
take
some time. So Coach Brodner, Coach Allen, they're going to take some time to think about this. All right. We're going to see what they come out with.
I don't think anyone would criticize them whichever way they went because it's it's a long field goal, but it's a tricky one.
It is tricky. I mentioned before about some of the protection on special teams where the blitz seem to be coming through. So with less than a yard here, what are you going to get? I'm
going to give it to Watson, but that's me.
He's a bit hobbled, He's a bit hobbled. He's coming from 6 yards deep in the.
Yeah, they're going for it
in the backfield. Could we see a hard count? Could we see his hard count?
They could certainly try it. They've got 2 backs in. They give it to Watson, and he doesn't.
Oh
no!
It doesn't. He's not going to get this.
He's not got it.
Not going to get it. Turnover on downs.
Great play by the
bounce
defense.
Killed him.
Yeah.
The bounce killed him. You have to know as a running back what you need and where to get it. Okay.
He needed to take a direct route there, and instead he took that lateral step.
You don't need 4 there. You don't need 3. You don't need 10. All you need is that 1 yard. Get your shoulder square, get up, and get that 1 yard. Because now, the blitz, though they're not, moving the ball, they had momentum going into halftime, and they got a bit of momentum now.
They're really going to have their tails up now, because if that was a first down, they've got a nice short field, probably going to score. And they give it to Bishop, who breaks the tackle.
Back well.
Oh, really nice cut there. And he gains about 7 or 8 on the play.
So, great cutback, came back under the center. All right, so that's a good cutback. It looked like inside zone. So we'll see. Now here we go. Now we got 2nd and short.
Do you think they'll go for
I'm
going to
tell you. I would think they're going to try to find 42 and go at him. So he's on that hash now.
Look how much space they've got to the left. The motion around.
Oh
no, keeping it. He managed to make a guy miss, and flag comes down.
This is gonna be holding. This is gonna have to be holding or something in the backfield. It's gonna go on the blitz, I think. But I mean, Josh, there's in a situation. He's running without any of his protection. Skip out of bounds and don't take the extra hit.
Yeah, and it's second down. You've still got another go at it.
Plenty of time. Skip
but
out
instead,
of bounds
they're
and
going
don't
back
take the
10,
second
and now you've got second and long.
I mean, so we'll see what happens. You're at 2nd and 11. You know, that changes a lot. I don't. You know,
yeah.
Look, going for the deep ball, I agree with, but you cannot commit those penalties.
So now you got 2nd and 12. Do you reckon we'll be going to Bishop again, or do you think we're going up top?
Quarterback sweep.
Quarterback.
Oh, that is a great play.
That's great pursuit there.
That is a great play.
David Isignon.
We said his name earlier. He made a really good play. I mean, he was in the right place. And you go from 2nd and 1, penalty. Now we're back to 3rd and 16.
It's a long way.
That's a long way. There's not a lot of offensive coordinators that plays for this on their call sheet. Okay? They're going to go. They look like they're rolling down in the man coverage, but they're, 42 right there on number 3.
They're just going to have to hope that somebody can beat the man.
On the number 3 receiver, he looks like a speedster to me.
Oh, straight through, sacked. Isignon again.
Wow.
2 guys through.
Wow.
And that brings up 4th and very, very long. What has happened to the Warriors?
This is the thing.
Sorry, what's happened to the Blitz?
This is the thing. Well, either way, either play. Yeah. What's happened to either of them? Because Warriors come ready to play. They're excited now. Blitz hit a penalty and hit a bit of a
big punt, huge punt. Muffs it, but he gets around the first. Taken down by the second guy. His knee went down.
I'm pretty sure his knee was down there.
Yeah, I think maybe the official thought the ball was out when his knee was down. That's why he didn't blow it. But yeah,
as I was saying, Warriors defense is fired up. They have some momentum. Blitz defense is fired up. They have some momentum. So the offense has got to find something. We got quarterback change it for the Warriors. The other thing is that punt helps. It flips the field. It doesn't give the Warriors as good of a starting position as you thought. So Nick Jackett's in at quarterback. You got that?
So might we be seeing the Jacket connection? And this is another mobile QB who gets stuffed there, loses maybe 1 or 2 yards, but this might give them another wrinkle.
Yeah. So going forward, when they switched with this, when we saw this against Tamworth, all right, this option play, all right, one of the things that did happen against Tamworth was when Nick was pitching the ball, all right, he overpitched it, so he fumbled the pitch, so he pitched it right through the running back. We'll see if that's an issue in the second half.
So you got trips right now. Watson in the backfield. Nice pull around from the guard there, but they still don't get very far.
If you saw it, you won't see it on a replay. But number 19 for the Blitz, who's that? Janelle again. All right, stunted right through the hole that the Poland guard left. So he comes through almost untouched. All right, it's a great stunt, really good call by the defense to try to keep the offense off schedule.
So we've got 3rd and 9 coming up. Will we be seeing a throw for the new quarterback? I imagine we might. Single back in the backfield, trips to the right. Oh, that's offside. Free play. Yeah,
and
free play.
He's free. What a catch on the sideline.
I think he got his foot down. Yeah.
What a catch on the sideline. So Phil Newport with the catch down the left-hand sideline on encroachment.
And so that flag will be declined. But that's what you got to do with the free play. You got to take that shot.
Take that shot. I think that should be the rule. Get encroachment, go vertical. Got to take a shot.
And that gives the Warriors first down at the Blitz 31. And that's a big play.
And they're right back on schedule now. So now we're ready to move.
How does Brad feel right now?
It's a good throw by Nick. He got one-on-one coverage. It looked like they rolled down by the corner, and the safety didn't get over the top.
No. So here we go. QB's got his wind in his sails. Got trips to the right now. Blitz coming from behind. And that's that's going to be rough in the passer. That was quite a late hit from Blitz number 30 there.
Dave
Jennison, safety blitz, and I think he was maybe 3 steps away when that ball came out.
I didn't see. I was watching down here on the tunnel, but the way that Nick was getting up looked like it wasn't pretty.
Yep, so that's going to be 15.
We addressed this in pregame. Penalties, and those are bad penalties. Those are penalties that you don't need.
No.
You could run by the guy and start jawing in his ear. All right, but
so what happened? I watched the whole thing. The safety was just he was just hell bent on making that sack and just needed to pull out but didn't. And that's a really cheap 15 yards and puts them in really dangerous territory. Hands it off to Cherry, who gains maybe 1 or 2. First time we've seen him in a while.
Oh, yeah, well, he's been in the game. First time he's touched the ball, but it's also with Watson sitting on the sideline, maybe getting a breather, maybe taking care, just trying to make sure we get him to the
need to really manage his workload. Yeah.
All right, manage his workload, manage his touch. I mean, he's taking a pounding. He's over 100 yards. You can't ask to do much more. All right. I mean, they may get he's there with his helmet on. They may get close where they're like, let's go, let's pound him in again.
So we've got the 2-back set, the offset. Cherry's the tailback. And we get more Cherry pitched out, but that's a really nice play. Blitz 49. Fab Gargiulo. Nice play.
Hey, I mean, he's having a good second half. He's on that side. He's not giving up the edge. We saw him make a couple good plays in the backfield, make the tackles. It's simple. Tackling and blocking this game is very simple. You make the tackles and you block the right way, it's gonna go in your favor.
So we've got 3rd and maybe 13 or 14 yards to go now. Trips left. And Watson's back in the game. And they give it to Watson on 3rd and 14. That's
now, not a bad decision if your decision here is to go for the 3. Because what he did was put the ball in the center of the field.
Yeah.
Okay, so like we were saying, there's not a lot of plays for 3rd and 15. But the management of the field there on that play, and it looked like he was looking to get to the middle of the field if he didn't have anything open. So they convert this here. It might not look like that bad of a call.
Yeah.
They got 12 on the field, though.
So we're at the 37-yard field goal coming up. Oh,
no.
It's wide left.
So.
And Blitz weren't a million miles away from getting a guy around the corner there.
Now, here we go. This is the seesaw. This is a seesaw. So, field position battle. I'm going to guess that everybody's a little bit nervous. Okay, same thing we saw in the first half. Now you're like, oh, we're 10-10. It's even game. Let's test them out. So, like in the first half, the first adjustment and the best adjustment here is probably going to win the football game.
So, Deji Ali is back in the backfield for the Blitz. He was in a lot in the first quarter, and then Temi came in instead. And they give it to Deji straight away.
And here we go. So
gained 2 or 3 yards.
And immediately you're seeing an adjustment by the Warriors defense. So they move 42 back up to the 1 high safety and bring 29 down into the slot. So 29 is Michael Romano. Okay? So he's moved down the slot. Now they're going to go with the 2 high safeties. All right, see what they could do. But there's their adjustment. All right, Alex Haldane's out, so
Blitzer on trips left, but handed to Deji again. Another 2 or 3 yards. So some fairly solid running. Nothing spectacular, but it's keeping them grinding up, and now they've got 3rd and short.
So here, bend, don't break. Bend, don't break. You know, who's going to make the first play? Who's going to make a big mistake? All right, who's going to make a big mistake? I mean, Blitz made a mistake on the encroachment with a hit down the sideline, but didn't hurt him. So which mistake is going to hurt?
And they're going with that same look again. Trips left. Now is he going to run to the right? Oh, no. Going for a pass. And he runs. Has he got the first?
No.
Bit of afters on the sideline.
There's call for a late hit out of bounds, but it doesn't look like a late hit from here. It actually looks like Josh ran into a man and fell down himself.
There's no flags by the looks of it.
So I know there was a bit of uproar on the Blitz sideline.
Yeah, I think he's got a first. Yep. First down.
Oh, they got him.
Yeah. Oh, they have got him.
They got him.
There's a flag as well. Okay.
And there we go.
Didn't even see the flag. It was hidden in all the... Okay. There you go. So that's 15 the other way now. After that roughing the passer on the Blitz, now late hit out of bounds on the Warriors.
There we go. I mean, unless they're making a statement that on the quarterbacks, it just doesn't need to happen. Here's that tunnel screen.
Oh, it was blocker 58. The offensive... No, he was down. The offensive lineman 58 was out there with nobody to block.
Oh, Rob Hardy got to look for work, man. Look for work. All right. Oh, we got a Blitz player down on the field, and it looks like Jack Daly is the receiver who just caught the passes down on the field. So we'll have to see how that plays out.
Obviously, he was the receiver who caught the touchdown.
Seems like it could be a possible big loss for the Blitz. Daly also very instrumental in some of the wins and plays that the Blitz have made over the last 2 years. So
looks like could potentially be a shoulder injury there.
So as the players get some water and Daly's attended to, both defenses seem to be bend don't break right now. And I'm thinking with the penalties that are happening, that one time that the either offense makes that big play, that killer play, all right, is what's going to put this game right on its head.
Yeah. And we're just waiting for something big, either a big positive play or a big boo-boo.
Yeah,
and it's going to be one of the two. We're just waiting for it to happen.
The game's calling for it. It's so the game is so tight that it's so possible that it's going to happen. That it's so nerve-wracking.
Yeah.
Nerve-wracking.
And Daly's going off supporting his left arm there, so it could be collarbone, shoulder, wrist. Could be.
He doesn't look like he is a very happy man.
No, I'm not sure we'll be seeing any more of him today, but you never know.
So.
Okay, so.
And we're back.
Back to the game. So 2nd and 6, trips right, single back in. Hand off to Deji up the middle. Oh, ball comes out, but was he down first? I think he was down first. Yep.
Okay. It doesn't look like they're going to turn it over. So Jack Daly could be a potentially huge loss for the Blitz. He's sitting on the sideline. I mean, he was open for the touchdown down in the corner. He creates mismatches. He's an influential player on this wide receiving core and this Blitz offense. So he's a GB caliber player that you just won't have to as a go-to man.
And he looks really unhappy. He doesn't look good. But we're back to the game.
And a deadlocked 15 minutes.
Yeah, a really quick quarter there. And we're into the 4th. So I think we've got 3rd and about 4 to come.
Well,
where did that quarter go?
I don't know, but we have 1 quarter for the rest of the season. 1 quarter. you can't. I understand you can't really relate this into the words of how important this next 15 minutes is, but these guys have battled constantly, and their season's going to come down to 15 minutes.
Yeah,
that's it's just one of those. It's one of those games that is just it's dying for something to happen, but who's going to hit first, and is there going to be enough time for somebody to come back?
So they're just sorting out the chains now, trying to figure out who needs to be where. Obviously, it's BAFRA officials running the chain crew for the finals. They're all officials who weren't quite selected for the bowls, but still put themselves forward to help on the day.
So, fourth quarter. This is where everybody makes their money. Coaches,
Certainly
players.
is.
It'll be interesting.
Just waiting to see who's going to step up.
Here
So
we
you've
go.
got trips left, Deja in the backfield, 3rd and 4 coming up. Oh,
that's
going to
That's going to be on. That's going to be on the blitz. It's going to be on the blitz. Number 13.
Oh, wide receiver false start. So one of my least favourite penalties.
It is a killer. An absolute killer. You cannot believe how many times you want to be as a coach. And just be like, why?
Just look at the ball. Look at the ball.
It is absolutely gutting. So now you go from 3rd and manageable to 3rd and long.
Yep. 3rd and 9 coming up now. Update on Jack Daly. He's now got his pads off and he's being attended on the sideline.
His jersey had to be cut off as well.
Okay.
So probably not going to see Jack Daly for the rest of the day.
Trips left. Stepping up and hit.
Jamal Salim with a tackle, with a sack. Excellent play by the by the Warriors defense. Just needing a play at a time to step up. Can they flip the field? So are they going to be able to pin them deep here? What do you think, Simon?
It's go for the corner, I say.
Coffin corner.
Stick it right down the middle,
deep.
But it's in the end zone. Touchback.
Through the back of the end zone. It was a beautiful punt, but not what was needed to pin the Warriors deep on that play. So,
starting from the 20, 70 yards to go to pay dirt.
I'm going to tell you how sometimes it's a lot easier being up here
It is.
than down on the field making the play
Neither
calls.
offense has really got going this second half. It's kind of, there was building up, and then we come out after half time, and it's not, the game's not flat. It's just
defenses
the fluency has completely gone from the offenses. Jacque can't get around the corner. He's held up, and there's a loss of 3 or 4 yards on that play.
So outside of the deep ball down the sideline on the encroachment call, okay, the running game doesn't seem to have gotten as started in the second half under Nick Jacque. So it's difficult to say. All right, is it because Dwayne might be hurt, or we're not managing the game very well?
He's clearly not running as hard as he was at the start of the first half when he was. I would just say from the sign, Daly's taking oxygen, so he will probably not be returning, and that was a really big, tricky play there, and that's James Cherry down. Spun out of a couple, but couldn't quite get going, and again, probably no gain or slight loss on the play.
So we're at third and 14.
Third and long now. 3rd and 14.
They're gonna have to ask Nick to just come up with a big play. All right, he's gonna have to. We're gonna have to throw the football. Both teams.
So we had 3rd and 14 earlier on, and they just
yeah, but that's
gave
to go
it
for
to
a field
Watson.
goal.
Yeah. Oh, free play. Throw it deep. No.
They're going to take the 5.
They'll take the 5 and have another go. Obviously, he didn't make the first down marker. 4th down doesn't give him anything. Just a couple of parakeets have just flown across the.
That's a bit
I'm
strange.
hoping they're not somebody's pets.
That's a bit strange. So we're going to get an encroachment call here.
Yeah.
And
so this will be 5 and go again.
Guess it'll be 3rd and
9 or so.
A bit more manageable but
So what are we going to see this time?
I'm going to guess. Well, you saw the screen already on this drive.
Yeah. Got
could
trips left
could
again.
Could be a draw call. It could go back to Dwayne with the draw call. I mean, they look like they have the numbers 3-2 on this short side, on this wide sideline to me.
Obviously, they've got the safety
with the
help.
safety hanging over the top.
Soft coverage. Nope, too tall.
Too high. Too tall. But he was open. Too tall, but he was open.
Looking for Luke Benjamin, but he's not quite that tall. So, another punt. And we wind closer towards.
I wonder if the Blitz have adjusted to bring the man off the edge. Because if they have, this could be very interesting right here. It was the right edge of the Warriors line last time.
Oh!
And he was close again.
There's no contact though, I don't think. Oh!
I keep mentioning it. They're not adjusting to the overload.
That was Dave Jennison nearly making the block there.
Dave Jennison could have easily recouped credentials right there for the late hit on the quarterback if he had blocked that, and that would have been in the end zone.
And he's just standing with his arms out like, what do I have to do?
There needs to be identification by the Warriors that is the side that's causing them fits.
Yep. So Blitz taking to the field again. Trips right. Handed up. Oh! Very, very slippy ball there. That's new running back Matt Barrington. And that was living dangerously there.
Could have been a very, very interesting result there if he wasn't able to hold on to that ball.
So he plays for Sterling Klansman when he's back at university.
Oh, excellent.
Oh, he's graduated. Sorry.
That's a fantastic play by the defensive tackle.
Getting absolutely
Jamal
nowhere.
Again making a fantastic play. Looked as if he was unblocked.
Loss of 5. Ooh.
We've seen a lot of third and 15s, third and 16s.
Third and 16 coming up.
And that's the
Warriors are just getting consistent penetration into the backfield there.
So here we are, third and 16. Oh, I think they snipped out the screen.
No.
Was it a screen look? No.
He's just throwing that away.
So that we'll turn over there. Well, we'll
punt it away.
Punt it away. Fourth down.
Yep.
So consistent. This is the story and a half. The D line is playing on the opposite side of the line of scrimmage. Okay, consistently in the backfield. They've recorded a number of sacks and they've recorded a number of tackle for losses. Okay, so we'll see what happens here.
Another big high punt. Really nice punt. And he walks away. And that is down inside the 15. Fantastic punt.
Fantastic special teams punt right there. Special teams play. Absolutely excellent.
So Blitz quarterbacks so far. 5 completions from 14 attempts for 36 yards. So it's not a great day for passing football, is it?
It is not. It is not. But you take a little bit from that. We've already seen a running back over 100 yards. And that's what these teams are based on.
So Warriors QBs 2 for 7 for 27 yards. 2 backs in. Well timed on the snap count there. QB still got it.
A bit of zone read.
He's getting to the outside. Gains maybe 4 or 5 yards.
So
second down coming up.
Now with all the keying they're doing on Watson and the running backs, what they're doing there is that's a good read on the pull by the quarterback. Is if he reads everybody crashing down, then he just keeps it and goes and runs into the vacated area. Jeff Davis on the tackle, so he was the corner, I believe. Oh no, he's playing at safety now, so he's come in to safety. So he stayed home and was able to.
Do you think even though Watson isn't the back he was in the first half, do you think the Blitz still need to key
you
on him?
still got to key on him. I mean, don't let him beat you. Let somebody else beat you.
Give it to Watson again. Dives up the middle for maybe a yard.
All right, so now
third and 4. Maybe left. 3rd and 3, maybe.
3rd and a long 3. So I think by personnel switches probably go to some spread look here, trips look.
Yep.
Yeah, that's exactly
trips
what
left.
they do. So here. So it's set up.
So let's see if they can convert his 3rd and short. Watson's the lone man in the backfield. Look how many guys that Blitz have up on the line.
Then beat me if you can.
Yep, pitch out to the left. And taking him down from behind.
And I told you, Fab is having a fantastic second half on that outside backer play. And what he's doing is he's making plays and he's making the tackle. So he's getting out there and he's not just, whiffing and letting the next guy go. He's actually been able to strong arm Watson down.
So we've got 4th down coming up. Obviously punting from this position.
And
will the Blitz get closer this time?
I'm going to tell you, they come close the last couple times.
Oh, again.
Again, this time.
Not as close.
But
still enough to make you think.
Yeah, here we go. The Blitz are going to operate on plus side now. So they're going to operate on the plus side of the Warriors field.
Yeah, they are starting at the Warriors 42, so just inside Warriors territory.
What?
And that's the shortest punt of the day I've just had in my ear. So what be a really big day for punting.
Apparently. So what the Blitz need to do here is start off. They need to start off on schedule. So the offense needs to start off on schedule. They need to gain some yards here. If the Warriors, as they've been doing, have been keeping them off schedule, it's going to be difficult again.
Trips right, tight formation. Yeah, run up the middle. Manages to break through the first line. Gains maybe 4. That's Temi.
So Temi ODM back in the game. All right, so they're staying true to form, still running. They're going to have to sub a running back.
Temi's tagging himself out. Deji's coming in.
So, all right, so Blitz still.
Yeah.
So as Tenny's come out of the game, it looks like he's also getting his shoulder looked at. The Blitz are ready to go again.
And Deji up the middle, makes a cut, gets around a couple of guys. He's got open field, but no.
He'll scoot out of bounds at the 25.
Very nearly got right the way around the corner. He couldn't quite turn up, but he still made a really good, strong gain there.
So what happened there? He stuck to his path, and as soon as he got second level, he was able to go. So he bounced outside, all right, when everybody crashed inside. Then he was one-on-one with the safety.
And the safety took a really good angle there to shepherd him out. 11 carries for 57 yards for Deji.
It's a very good stat. Very good stats.
Yeah, over 5 yards a carry.
Yeah. So here, going to line up again. I mean, they've gone back into man coverage.
And looking downfield.
Oh my goodness! And that was a
really tight coverage there.
Ooh.
Really, he nearly caught it around the back.
That could have gone either way.
It was up for grabs.
Either way. Dan McKenzie is just on a hip pocket of Andrew Cropper. All right? And if they both turn at the right time, it looked like Dan had the ball, and then Cropper looked like he could have taken it away.
For a second there, I thought he was going to catch it round the defender's back, but didn't quite manage to grab on.
Tight play.
Trips right again. This time, give it to Deji, who gets upfield. Oh, fantastic tackle. But he still gains 3 or 4 yards.
The linebacker play today has been really good. That's Izzion again on the tackle. So, I mean, you would figure in a 10-10 game with so much running, the linebacker play has to be pretty good as well.
Yeah.
So the guys are really putting their bodies on the line. All right.
And crucially, the Blitz are now within field goal range, so they don't want to take too many risks here, because obviously the field goal could win it.
Are we going to see
just split
quarterback
Deji
draw?
out. Yeah. And he gets that block from Deji.
There's laundry on the field. This looks like it's going to be holding.
Yeah, this could well be coming back.
It definitely looks like holding. when it's thrown right there in the middle of the lines, in the middle of the big guys, it's usually coming back. And off schedule again. So now we're going to go 3rd and 15. I mean, we've seen this.
And crucially, knocking them to a really long field goal. This will be, say, if they don't get anywhere with this play, 47-yarder. I mean,
he did kick one. He did kick one from 4.
He did kick one from 42, but that's still that's a long way when you get out to that range.
I'm pretty sure that 47 yards is the blitz record as well.
He could definitely still do it, but we'll see.
But it's the same play, so they motion the back out and they go with a quarterback draw. Like, that's got to be a key.
Motioning the wide receiver across. Nice blocks up front. Oh, he makes a pass. And he's got a block as well, but couldn't quite seal him off there. Just had to go with it.
He's going to be. Is he going to be short?
I'm waiting for the spot.
Short.
Yeah, he's short. So got an injured Warrior down as well.
Balgan's down on the play. All right. It looks like his right ankle. He seems to be flexing it, left and right. So we have. Yeah. We're definitely going to have I'm going to assume we're going to have a field goal attempt here.
Oh yeah, definitely. Very, very kickable field goal here.
All right.
We've already seen what he's capable of, and this one would be shorter. So this would be about a 37-yarder.
He's up under his own power. Very ginger. But he's still up on his own power. He's going to have to go out for a play. At least. So, we've seen some pressure by the Warriors come off the left side of the blitz line. We've seen some pressure by the blitz come off the right side of the Warriors line. So, I mean, special teams right here with a field goal. All right, we were mentioned earlier. Blitz hit the post.
Yep.
They'd be up 3 right now. All right. This one puts them up 3. We're in the 4th quarter. It is that time where you start getting a little bit nervy. Okay, so let's good snap, good hold, good kick.
From 36. Luke Norton to put the blitz ahead. Probably midway through the 4th quarter. Oh, it's low, but
it's
good. Blitz take the lead. 13-10.
Blitz take the lead. So there we go. Field goal, as of right now, has not come back to haunt them.
How do the Warriors feel right now? 10-0 up, looking like everything was going their way, and now they're down 13-10.
So I'm going to tell you how they feel right now. Right now they feel we got to make a play.
And you saw, you just saw Rob Hardy there, blitz 58. He really knew how big that was.
This is important. This win is important. Okay, for the blitz. All right, that win in August was important. All right, this changes the tone. All right. A lot of these guys on the sideline haven't won the final that some of the other guys on the blitz have. They haven't won the final where the guys on the other sideline, the Warriors, have won the final. So these young guys want to get this up-and-coming win. They want this win. So it is super important, the momentum that they have. Now, who holds their nerve? All right, does the blitz defense hold a nerve, or do they make a mistake?
And this drive is so crucial for the Warriors because we can't see the clock, but it's winding down all the time, and the clock is definitely in the blitz's favor.
There we go, in the return.
So let's see. Oh, he doesn't quite get that outside block, and he's swallowed up. Gets out to around the 15, 16-yard line. So just looking up there now, and the crowd's definitely grown as the game's gone on. It's probably up to 400 or 500,
about
maybe 500
people. It has filled up quite nicely here. I mean, you're going to get a lot of the.
Yeah, you can see it on your screen now.
You're going to get a lot of the family and the friends of both London teams, but hopefully that the area that we're in and the venue that we have it's a fantastic venue to come down. I mean, look at the sights that we're getting, the look that we're getting.
We also had the Baffert team meeting before the game as well, so we have representatives from a lot of different teams. I think Blitz may have had 12.
We have 12 on the field, so that's. So as you come out of scoring to go ahead, All right, now you're going to get 12 on the field to give them first and short.
First and 5 with it. Yeah.
So, I mean, that puts the Warriors ahead of schedule. Okay? So, like we said, who's going to make, those are they going to hold their nerve? It is a young, sort of team. All right? Are they going to hold their nerve? They haven't had the finals win yet.
Yep. And Jacque is still in at quarterback. Hands off to Watson.
You're going to be swallowed up.
Fantastic tackle there.
That's
Ajuja.
Ajuja, yep. So fantastic stuff at the point of attack. He takes the left tackle and just absolutely jacked him. All right? And just holds his ground, and Watson's got nowhere to go. He's got to try to bounce that. People are going to have, we said it early in the game. Late in the game, you're going to have to start airing it out. All right, we got a couple young quarterbacks, all right, who haven't been in this situation very much. All right, but you got to trust them.
And he's dropping back to pass. Looking down the right. Oh,
That's
he can't quite hold on.
Great defense.
Can't quite hold on.
Great pass defense by Jeff Davis. All right, stuck with the man. As Ian Jacque could have gone up and probably high pointed the ball, but he got a guy right in his hip pocket.
Again, it's just more of this fantastic coverage that we've been seeing all day long.
It's so hard to play defensive back because you're out on an island all the time, especially in man coverage. All right, you just got to be able to make plays, and that is a man making a play.
So you got 3rd and 5 coming up. This is a huge play for the Warriors. They really need a conversion here. Oh. Short, and he's not going to get there. He's about. Oh,
I can't tell
hang
from
on.
here.
They've given him a very generous spot there.
Can't tell from here.
So we'll see.
Nope. Short by.
Has he got enough?
Short by one. So Ed Morgan on the tackle. All right, short by 1. 4th and short. We're going to see is the offense out on the field. All right, we're trying to get a time check for the rest of the game. So it looks like the Warriors' offense is on the field.
Yep, looks like they're going to go for it.
They haven't been very successful on 4th downs. Okay, so this is an interesting call.
4 minutes 20 left in the game we've just had. So yeah, they really need to convert this. Hands off to Watson.
He's got it.
He's got it.
That's a big first down.
Yep.
Big first down, and Watson pops right back up, ready to go for the next one. So they get a new set of downs.
Yep. So we've got
plenty of time.
Running down to 4 minutes. There's plenty of time to get down there.
Plenty of time, so that's not an issue.
They've got another 60 yards to go.
Yep, that's not an issue. They got explosive players. Okay? But they're going to want a touchdown, not anything else.
So we've got 2 to outside the field. Handed to Watson, goes up the middle. Gain of 2 or 3.
So we're coming down to 3:40 now. All right. If they keep the ball running like this, they won't be able to.
Yeah,
they won't be able to grind it down like this.
They need to start passing, I think.
But
very soon.
they still got timeouts left. It's not a. If they could connect on 1 or 2 passes, they'll be good to go.
It would certainly help them.
If they think they're confident enough, they could take the 4 minutes.
Look at him. Nobody covering.
They got rocket screen out
here. Too easy.
Oh my goodness! And 89 breaks.
Is he going to go? No, he's going to get caught.
All right.
But that's a massive gain.
I believe that's Phil. He has the two biggest gains on the day.
And
all right,
Ben Petty's gone down holding his hamstring.
Number 89, Phil Newport. We got another Warrior down. You said it was Ben Petty that went down with an injury. It looks like a knee injury.
He was holding the back of his knee, so it looks like it might be a hamstring.
But this young kid, all right, has made 2 huge plays in the final.
And that was set because the blitz were totally mismatched on this side of the field. They just had one guy and the safety over the top covering those 2 receivers, and the safety was miles away. It was so on. And they just took that chance and made a massive gain. Now they've got a first down in the red zone. They're at the Blitz 18 they'll be starting, so within field goal range.
In field goal range.
Chip away, see if they can get another first down. If not, field goal, tie the game.
I'm going to guess that we're down about 320, 325 at the moment. 302. 302 we've been informed. And I was 44 yards from Nick Jackett to Phil Newport. So, well, that's changed the whole complexity of this final. This could be the final drive. Who knows? Now they're in position where they can get themselves down. Okay, they're not going to want to take too much time, but they still got 3 timeouts. They got a 2-minute warning. They have plenty of time to try to do something here. And he's going to throw again, and he's going to be touchdown.
Got it.
Touchdown. Luke Benjamin.
Warriors.
He has come back and haunt them again.
Wow.
This young man in the semifinal made an absolute grab with one hand, all right, to keep their hopes alive. All right, so an absolute grab with one hand to keep their hopes alive. And now he finds himself, and that's the first mistake. The separation right there is the first mistake, and that ball is dropped into the zone for the touchdown. They convert here, they're going to need a touchdown.
Yep. So this conversion is crucial. Huge. Are they going to get that pressure again? It's good. Yeah.
Now, here is the game, okay? Since Nick's come in the game, he's gone 4 for 5.
Yep, 93 yards.
And a touchdown, okay? That is impressive to come into the game like this. Such a fun. I mean, he played in the final last year, all right? But to come out in the second half and do this and be calm and after sailing over a couple passes here, all right, he was calm there. Phil Newport what a great 2 catches.
So the Blitz have got 2 minutes 42 left to get a touchdown. Field goal will not do.
Josh Adamson's first final. Can he rally the troops? Can he get them calm? Can he get them down the field in 2:42? Or 3? I believe they have 3 timeouts left. So we'll see.
I think they may have taken one, but need to check on that.
And he's going to come 9 yards deep out of his end zone.
No.
That might not have been the smartest decision, as they're going to end up at the 15.
Yeah.
So if he was in the end zone, he'd come out on the 20. This is going to be, this is how finals should come down to. Last drives,
So the Blitz have got
30 left in the game.
2.5 minutes to go. They've got 75 yards.
There we go. This is why you play the game.
Yep.
This is why we all watch the game. We watch it to see what's going to happen here. We saw the Warriors on the ropes. They responded. Here we go. Now we got to see the Blitz respond. What do they have in their bank?
Oh,
batted down at the line of scrimmage. Batted down by the D-line. If you can't get to the quarterback, get your hands up.
David Tom Agedder, they're looking very pleased with himself there.
If you can't get to the line of scrimmage, make sure you help out your boys and get your hands up.
So 2nd and 10. Trips right. What can the Blitz come up with? Oh,
inside shovel.
Tricky.
Inside
he only
shovel.
gains a couple though.
Ariel
that
Mafando.
Was so we haven't seen yet.
Stedman, Daniel McKenzie, all in on the tackle. So Andrew Stedman, Ariel Mafando, and Dan McKenzie on that tackle. So I think we're approaching 2 minutes here.
Just come into the game again.
So we're at 3rd and 8.
Yeah, we're running down to 2 minutes now. I'm not sure they're going to get another playoff before the 2-minute warning.
I think they might take the 2-minute warning here. So they're going to take the 2-minute warning. So, hey, we got 2 plays. I mean, this is their play right here. You don't want to put yourself in 4th and 8 or 4th and anything. You want to get the first down here.
And they're always in 4-down territory now.
Everything's
they
in
can't
4-down
punt
territory
now.
now.
So
Everything's in 4-down territory.
So they've got 2 more shots to get another 7 yards. By the looks of it.
You want to pick it up here though. You want to take that pressure off yourself. Okay, I'm going to tell you, the Warriors defense is going to be on lock now. They are going to be a lock. They're going to lock on everybody.
They're going to go after this hard.
Lock on everybody and come at you.
Trips left for the blitz. And he's looking to his left.
He's
escaping out to
the right. He might get out.
And he's going. And he's got a first down.
He's got the first down. And does he get out of bounds? And he gets out of bounds. It's a smart play by Josh Adamson.
And that was a great comeback block from Charlie Joseph there to take out the pursuit.
So, gets out of bounds, stops the clock. It's a very smart play. All right, very good from your field general.
We're down to 1 minute 52 on the clock.
So, still got timeouts left. You want to get over over midfield here. All right, before you start taking your timeouts if you can. All right, you want to get yourselves into position. You need a touchdown though. That's super important. So they go play action pass.
Going deep.
Oh,
grab
Jasper Van Doren. So now
he's inside the 30.
Now they're inside.
Did he get out of bounds?
Here we go.
Obviously, the clock will stop while the chains are moving, but I couldn't see if he managed to get himself out of bounds or not.
So Andrew Stedman has a helmet problem, so he's got to go off. They got to get a guy on for him. So they're still playing with the same numbers. All right. Here we go.
They've still got over a minute and a half to go. I think it's 1-4. Oh, running down now. 1:35. 28-yard pass there. Delayed handoff to Temi.
Okay, so now
gains 2 or 3 yards, but the clock will run.
And I think they'll probably
taking a
timeout here.
Yeah.
Okay. So how far did that last play go for?
I think it was 24.
28 yards. Okay, so 28 yards, huge grab. Van Doren goes up the ladder to get it. Now they're in plus territory. The problem here is
they just need to avoid the mistake.
That's right.
Any mistake, game over.
Yeah, nicely calm. Same thing. The Warriors defense is probably saying the same thing. Nice and calm. Okay, don't freak out. All right, they're gonna probably place real tight covers coming in down here. All right, that's usually how they play. Get some pressure. All right, what both sides need to do is just minimize any mistake that they're gonna make. Okay, so Warriors don't want to bust the coverage or commit a penalty. Same thing going for the Blitz. Don't want to commit a penalty. Just want to control what they're doing. All right? So they're going to bunch up here to try to – I'm going to assume they're going to try to get a rub route on the receivers.
And they're mostly another one across as well.
Oh, damn it.
Pursued from behind, but he's got the pass
out of
bounds.
Oh, and there it is.
Oh, that's a flag for a late hit out of bounds. Ooh.
I just said it. Said it. On the defense, you cannot afford to give them that mistake. So we got just over a minute 18 left. Crucial penalty.
That was huge.
That ball was out of bounds.
It's going to be a half distance or inside the 30.
That ball was never going to be caught. This is touchy. All right, you want the games to be like this. This is fantastic. I'm going to tell you, it's fantastic up here watching it. All right, not sure I want to be coaching it. All right, but this is what you want in your finals. This is what you want in your finals. This is how you want the season to come down to. So, here we go. They got that bunch formation again. Wouldn't be surprised they motion another guy.
Motion to the left, looking to pass, rolling to his right.
Oh, pick!
Did he catch it?
Did he catch it?
Oh,
my goodness!
Called incomplete.
Incomplete.
That's a huge call. That is a huge call.
Oh my goodness! The defensive end, 96. Oh, Alfred Nelson nearly steals the game.
That was so
nearly
close.
Steals the game.
I thought he had it, but he's not protesting too much.
Wow. The refs were on top of it. Yeah. All the refs were on top of it. They said it hit the ground. All right.
Wow.
What? Oh, I'm going to tell you, that
was so close.
That is intense
so
up here.
close. And that's a big call.
Intense.
Big call. Right.
Intense. Motion again.
We're at the 14.
Hey.
QB run.
They're
Gets out of
he
bounds.
got out of bounds. Can we we're trying to figure out how much time is left.
Yeah, about just over a minute by the looks of it. Maybe 1 minute 4.
Just over a minute. So we're first and goal. First and goal. Warriors are going to burn one here. Good call by the Warriors. Get their guys
they need
settled.
to take some of this momentum away.
Right, get their guys settled. Good call by the Warriors. Get their guys settled. This is, with a minute to go, where else would you rather be? So Josh Adamson has 66 yards on 10 carries. Okay?
That's like Colin Kaepernick numbers,
Since he's come into the game, he's taken the offense, he's controlled it. You could tell that the team's behind him and organized. All right? They've marched right down the field. This is exactly where the Blitz don't want to be anywhere else right now. Okay?
First and goal on the 4.
First and goal. Well, they'd be closer. They like to be closer, and they probably like to be leading. So, right now, when the Blitz hit the field goal to go up, we didn't comment. We commented that the field goal didn't look problematic. Yeah. It looks a little problematic. This field goal looks a little problematic
unless
now.
they get a touchdown here, and then it might be okay.
So they go to
first and 4. Just over a minute to play.
They got this.
They need to punch it in.
This power formation again.
Deji Ali's in the backfield.
Right, they brought the extra lineman in at tight end.
He's got Gary Welsh in as his fullback.
So are they going to go back to that play action right off the bat?
Nobody on the left-hand side of the field at all.
And they're going to stretch.
He gives it. He's not. No, there's no gap there.
Nowhere. I'm not. He might have gained 1.
Gains half a yard or 1.
So the time is
another
still
timeout
ticking,
taken.
but another timeout.
Tick just under a minute.
54 seconds left, I believe.
Yep.
So this is.
It's just like the Super Bowl.
This is an interesting look.
And
are they going to keep running it in? They're going to go. You know they have that play action play in their back pocket. All right, which Daly caught. Daly's out.
Yeah.
All right.
But he had other options there.
He's had other options. He could have taken it in himself.
Yeah.
It's going to be interesting.
But you could bet that the Warriors are going to be watching really carefully for that boot.
The Warriors are overloaded again here.
Yeah.
Overloaded again on this side. Are they going to? But they're outnumbered on the other side.
Second and goal. Gives it to
Deji.
This looks like a touchdown.
Touchdown blitz.
Touchdown
blitz.
And the sideline has gone crazy.
Absolutely crazy. Touchdown blitz. 50 seconds left. 50 seconds left. The extra point is the extra point. All right. Really important here.
So, as it stands, 19-17.
Wow. What a final. This is exactly what you want for a final. All right, big heavyweight match. One punch, another punch. What a final.
And it was a slow second half, and then suddenly in the last few minutes,
all
it's
of
gone
a
crazy.
sudden explodes. What a heart stopper it is here today. Oh my! Regardless who you're rooting for. So,
not the extra
you could hear a
point.
pin drop.
Oh, hits the post!
Goodness. Oh my goodness!
No.
So the drama continues.
So they're only 2
the
points
drama
up.
continues. The Blitz are only 2 ahead.
Warriors field goal wins it.
Warriors field goal wins it. 50 seconds to go.
Wow.
This is one of the most intense finals I've been involved with, whether I was on the sideline, whether I'm watching. All right, it's my first one up here in a box, but I'm telling you, if you paid to see this today, you've gotten your money's worth.
Warriors won by 2 last year. Warriors won by 3 the year before. Blitz are 2 up. Less than a minute to go.
This is an absolute epic game. Okay, guys are gonna. Whoever wins this game, all right. Whoever wins this game The boys have left everything out on the field. All right. We're standing up here. We got smiles. We don't even know what to say. This is excellent. Okay? But 50 seconds left. Special teams has been a key to this game.
You're going to bet that no one wants to kick this through the back of the end zone because they do not want this taken back.
No return here. Wow. So, I mean... So, here we go. I'm setting up, ready to go. No one wants to...
And we're looking at Brad on the sideline right there, coming back to the kickoff.
Saw Brad Thompson on the sideline.
Oh,
this is interesting.
And they're trying to knock the ball out, but he hangs on.
So
that was really interesting.
So, an onside squib chip kick.
So they were trying to get the bobble there, but they've just given the Warriors a really short
the ball on the 40-yard
and the Blitz sideline are not at all impressed. And some of them are coming off shaking their head.
Well, we're going to find out. We're going to find out if it could work. All right.
It would be interesting to see if that was the coach's call or if the kicker
if it's just a
decided
bad
to go for
or anything. But what we're going to see, well, we got a game.
Yeah.
We got a game. We got a game here. You got 50 seconds to go. All right. It's loud in this venue.
Yeah.
It's loud.
We've just got all the noise washing across from the other side.
Passed. Taylor Burke drops it on the sideline. He would have been inside the 40.
And that would have been a 10-yard gain.
That would have been enough for the first down.
46 seconds.
46 seconds. All right. So they know what they got. The Warriors are anticipating the Blitz are playing off corners. All right, and they're trying to hit short. They're trying to hit the ball in that pocket. All right.
And look, it's really soft coverage. Soft coverage. Give him loads of room. He's rolling to his left.
He's got plenty of room.
He's got one guy to beat.
And he's got him. He's going to get the first down.
Slides down, first down.
Get the first down.
Clock's running, though.
No, the clock will stop until the box is set.
It'll run once the box is set.
The clock will stop until the box is set. They got timeouts to burn. But they're already ready
quick.
to go. They know what they're doing.
Going quick. They just need a field goal. Out to the sideline.
Out of bounds. That's going to stop. That's Ian. That's Nick Jacquet to Ian Jacquet.
Yeah, the brotherly connection.
It looks short of the first down, or is it close?
No, they've given it. They've given it as a first down.
He's out of bounds. Yep. It stops the clock.
So where is the clock? Is that 27?
What do we got?
I think
27. What a game.
And they're getting really close to field goal range. So this would be a 43-yard field goal from here, which is kickable.
They're going to need some more yardage. They're going to need
some more
yardage
more.
Here.
Trips left.
It looks like they got the 3-on-2 max here.
Looking to the right again. Down the sideline.
Newport!
No, incomplete.
Defended!
Really good coverage there.
Jeff Davis. I mean, he likes it. That Newport kid has come out of nowhere, all right, and really shown today. So we got 22 seconds left.
Jacquet's got 100 yards passing. That came up on his pass to his brother.
Is it possible to hit the field goal here? He's wide left last time. We are tense.
We've got trips left. The crowd noise is deafening. Here we go. Looking to his left. Got a man. Pick. Oh!
Not picked.
Oh!
And the kicker
Sam
is
Joseph.
And Ian, who's the kicker, is
Jacquet's down.
He got hit by Jennison on the tip ball, and now he's down. Yes. So we have high drama. The kicker's down. What I think too, if I may be mistaken, but what I think is 89. All right, Phil Newport is the backup kicker. Okay, Phil Newport is the backup kicker. It's 3rd and 10. He's under his own power.
He has to take a play out, but it's 3rd down, so he could still come in for a kick if he's fit. But he's walking off. He's not limping.
You want to be down there on the sideline, or are you okay being up here?
I think the worst place to be right now is on the Blitz offense. There's absolutely nothing you can do about it. You just got to watch and hope that your defense hangs on. Here we go. 3rd and 10.
3rd and 10. Blitz getting a
big noise coming from the sideline. Trips left again.
Oh, it's almost.
Snap. But he picks it up. He's still going. No. He gets back to the line. That's a huge play. 'Cause if he'd gone down
10
there.
seconds. They're gonna. Somebody's gonna take a timeout. The Warriors are gonna take a timeout. You got 7 seconds here. They've lost 2 yards.
They've lost 2. So this is right on the edge of kickable range in BRITBOWL. Obviously, if this was the NFL, you got a chip shot field goal.
Anything can happen from here.
This would be a 46-yard field goal
Anything
for the
can
win.
happen from here.
7 seconds.
7 seconds left.
And Jacque is back out.
To kick.
He's back to kick.
Right
It's
hash.
a long one.
It's bananas here. They've been about. This is it. This is the win. You can't be any.
The holder set up at 46. Make sure they've all got the right number of people on the field.
Here we go. So this is for all the marbles in BRITBOWL this year.
It's up. It's good. It's good.
Oh my goodness! Oh my goodness!
They've emptied the sideline.
Oh my goodness!
There's 2 seconds left.
There's 2 seconds left. There's going to be a 15-yard penalty on the Warriors.
Sideline.
There's going to be a sideline penalty on the Warriors. Hey, there's still 2 seconds left. There's going to be a play.
Yeah.
So don't leave yet.
There's going to be a kick.
Don't leave
and
yet.
It's going to be 15 yards
my
back.
goodness. Oh my goodness.
Wow.
High trauma special teams.
So that missed field goal at the start of the game that we
have a number of special teams talking points right here. We have a missed field goal. We have a missed extra point. We have a short kickoff.
Wow.
It is absolutely high drama. You look at if you're watching this at home,
colossal.
The Blitz sideline. If not here, they are
that was a
gutted.
46-yard field goal, and that would have gone from 55. That was huge.
He was injured on a play before. What do you do? What do you do here? If I'm speaking to you right now, who's your player of the game? Is it Dwayne Watson? Is it Nick Jacque? Look at the Blitz sideline.
The Blitz sideline looks ejected.
Deji Ali is down. That's his running back coach, Aston Ellington, with him. What? I mean, that is heartbreaking. Absolutely. You do not want to be.
Warriors are kicking from the 15. Obviously, they've got the unsportsmanlike on the sideline for rushing the field. So they've got a returnable position here, and it has to go to the house or be fair court. So they've got a shot at the end zone.
No. It is now 19. It's what, 19?
20.
Yeah. They could get into field goal range. Oh,
they got 2 seconds.
They got 2 seconds.
Yeah.
It's got to go to the house.
Obviously, the clock only starts
when
once
they touch the ball.
Ball's fielded. So it needs to be fair court or it needs to go to the house.
Wow. I thought that I lost track of the time. I apologize to everybody out there.
Yeah.
Again, a lot has happened. You've gone from elation to...
Make the smart play.
What a tackle.
That'll be it. What
a tackle. What a tackle.
The fair catch signal was late, so that won't be valid.
That'll be it. I think that's going to be the ball game.
I think that should be the game. Wait for the official signal.
I am...
Yeah, he attempted to make a fair catch signal, but I think he made it after he caught the ball, so that'll be
on the Blitz
invalid.
We're going to wait the final confirmation of the time, but this has been
the Warriors sideline is waiting to go crazy.
An amazing
the Blitz look
ending to the game.
So let's see what they come out. There's a conference going on at the minute.
Amazing ending to the game.
What are they giving it as?
No, we got to wait to see what the White Hat's going to do. So
we're just waiting for the White Hat. They're currently discussing probably what time is on the clock. We're still waiting.
So let's recap. Let's recap. All right, at the end of the game, because it's gotten crazy. All right, we had Warriors go down. We had a field goal by the Blitz. Warriors go down for a touchdown. Blitz come back for a touchdown. Warriors go down for a touchdown, or for a late field goal, 46 yards, absolute monstrous boot. It is. So, fair catch was called.
No, invalid. They put 1 second on the clock. So the reference explained there was an invalid fair catch signal made. It's made after he caught the ball, but he got down, and there's still a second on the clock. So the Blitz have 1 shot at the end zone. 220 yards on offense, and they're going to need another. How far is it? 56 yards for the win.
Warriors clock 287 in offense. They're going to play umbrella. They got 5 deep.
Yeah, they got 5 deep.
And they're going to end it with a pick.
Nice.
They're going to end it with a pick.
That's it. Warriors have won.
And that's the ball game.
Three-peat
for the Warriors on the end to guys.
That's one of those brilliant games.
This was a brilliant game. I know the Blitz are absolutely distraught, but they need to put their heads high. Okay?
Dwayne Watson, 25 carries for 144 yards. You cannot understate
add a
how
touchdown
important
to that.
And the touchdown, of course, on the
play of the game.
Scrimmage. 103 yards passing for a TD from Nick Jacquet.
What a game! I mean,
it's a game of 4 quarterbacks, and the 2 who came in, they both played. Incredibly well.
Both played incredibly well. Everybody on the Blitz sideline, they can't drop their heads. They did everything they needed to do to win the football game.
I cannot imagine how gutted they must feel after that loss.
Everything they needed to do, everybody left it out on the field. Warriors played. They didn't stop. They didn't think they were out of it, so they came down the field to win. This is perhaps, and I've been involved in a couple of these finals, all right? But this is perhaps the best one I've seen, all right? We have 1 point decided this final, right?
Yeah.
So that's 6 points in the last 3 years that have decided these finals.
Yeah.
These teams,
insane.
They go hammer and tongs at each other all the time.
To recap, the final score, Warriors 20, Blitz 19. And a missed field goal and a missed extra point for the Blitz. We would have had overtime if that extra point had gone through.
Wow. Absolutely wow. I'm going to tell you, I'm standing up here. I'm a bit speechless at the moment. I can only imagine some of the emotion. The Blitz guys they went from elated, all right, to just shattered. All right, then the Warriors guys go from shattered to elated. I mean, this game had everything. If you were watching this game, this is what you wanted to see today.
Yeah.
And as we end, sun comes out on a beautiful venue, and just a fantastic game. Wow. So I might have to sit down.
Yeah, just a fantastic game. The crowds are streaming out now. There's still quite a few people hanging around, obviously, for the trophy presentations.
Who is your? Just asking for you. Who's your MVP today?
That's really difficult.
It's a difficult call.
I think. Yeah, the first half, obviously, Watson was in a league of his own. The second half, not so much of an impact, but he still kept them churning over. I think it's hard to look past Watson as your MVP.
I know, but
you could easily make a case for Jacquet as well.
Yeah, comes in late in the game.
Or the other Jacquet who kicked that massive field goal. And there's so many candidates for it. On the Blitz side, obviously Adamson.
Adamson, and the other one would have to be Deji.
Yeah,
it would have
Deji
to be Deji.
had a great game.
The two of them played really hard. You could, if you wanted to look at a fabulous standout player on defense, you got Fab. He was a standout on defense. My goodness, I am absolutely beside myself. I can only imagine what the guys are feeling on the sideline. I've been in a position once before where you lose late in the game. It's no fun. I've been in a position before where you win late in the game, and that's a lot of fun. So, what can you say?
One thing's for certain is there's going to be a pretty big party in South London tonight.
There's going to be a lot going on in London tonight. I think on both sides of the football.
Yeah.
So I got no words at the moment. when you came into this, I was chatting to a couple people beforehand, and we were wondering how this was going to go. We thought it was going to be a score either way. Score usually entails like 6 or whatever. Yeah. We didn't anticipate
1 point. 1 point.
At 2 seconds. Were we down to 2 seconds? I mean, this goes back to the Blitz. Suffered one of these before against Coventry, 2008. 4 seconds ago, they got beat on a field goal. I mean, the only matchup, but the only similarity there, I think, is Jeremy Sims is on the Warriors sideline and the Blitz coaching staff is on this sideline. But that is incredible. What an incredible game.
And a lot of the crowd have come down to the field level now. They've come down at the stand. They're just standing behind the fence so they can get close to the Warriors sideline.
What an incredible game!
And it's fantastic to see so many people here on such a nice day watching such a great game of football. I know BRITBOWL, the playoffs, bowl structure, it's all been criticised recently, but this was just a fantastic day, fantastic game.
It's great. It's a great statement for the sport as well. Okay, I mean these are the two teams you have, and I mean this talks about Wars and Blitz and seeing them all the time, and they're playing in the finals for the third, fourth, fifth straight year.
Fifth straight year. Blitz Warriors.
All right, final. But 18-0 Blitz, 37-12 or 37-21 Blitz, 26-23 Warriors, 8-6 Warriors, 2019 Warriors. Like those are the games you want to be in week in and week out.
And it's hard to describe. So last year's final was what they call a defensive battle.
Yeah.
This
just
maybe
had
not
everything.
so much.
This had everything.
Had everything. It was.
The final before that was a shootout, or 26-23. The final before that, it was air out all over the place. Blitz offense aired everything out.
It just shows how important special teams are. They're often overlooked by a lot of teams, but special teams will win you games, and special teams will lose you games.
I am an absolute special teams junkie. All right, that's what I love in football, and you're right. That's where the points are different. Those little points. It's where can you get those little points? And
can you come out and kick a 46-yard field goal?
We saw a 42-yarder. We saw a 46-yarder, but we saw a 46-yarder under pressure.
We saw a missed extra point, and that's
a heck of a response for Ian to come back too, because he shanked the last one wide left. So that takes some absolute guts to come back and bury that one.
After getting shaken up 2 plays before.
2 plays before, getting drilled. High drama. That was high drama. Wow. So, what are you going to do tonight to follow this up?
Gonna go and have a stiff drink, I think.
I think I might need a nap.
Yeah.
Holy moly.
So, the various dignitaries are out on the field now. So Neil Reynolds is introducing the Blitz, and they're receiving their runners-up medals now. That's the medal you really don't want.
That's a tough one. That's a tough one. Yeah, I know. I've been on both sides of the coin. And that's the runners-up one is always a difficult one to look at and to. I know guys, it's been talk about whether do you want one, do you not want one, do you take one, because
you take it, but does it? I don't know.
It's not one of those. It's not one of the ones that goes up
every time you look at it, you think, what if?
In the cabinet, does it? It's not one of those ones that goes up unless you put it up there and say, well, this is about this year. This is where I was this year.
And maybe they use that as motivation for next year to come back and stop the streak.
Oh man, well
3 in a row for the Warriors.
It's got to be stop the streak. I think that might be if you're coming up with a hashtag. I think that might be it might be a hashtag you're looking for. I mean, I thought we just see the officials walking towards us now. A good clap to officials. I thought they did quite well today.
Yeah, they did.
Managing
I thought the officials had a really good game. They had that massive call on the defensive end. With that,
picking it, maybe not picking it. Oh.
No, I think they made the right call. But that was one of those calls where you got to go in there, you got to sell it. If there's any indecision, you're going to get jumped on. You got to go in, sell the call, and they did that perfectly. Everybody walked away.
Yeah, I mean,
wasn't
I gotta say
fight.
that the head ref Brian Yates was right on top of it. He made the call.
Yeah, well, you had assistance from the sideline as well. From the head linesman came in straight away.
And
Brian came in and helped him sell it, and they parted. And that was such a huge moment.
And then 2 plays after that, Deji goes scampering for a touchdown. So, wow, strange things has happened today. I mean, it's one of those days. Whew. So, obviously the Blitz
I don't think I've ever seen a game where there's been 3 moments where I thought, that's won the game. That's won the game. And then, oh, no, that's won the game. It's just yeah.
So, all those people out there that watch the games today on Saturday for the NCAA, I don't know if you're going to find one better than this one today. I mean, for all the high drama that it entailed. I mean, coaches probably now, Blitz coaches are probably saying, well, we're ready for next year. Let's get ready for next year. Warriors coaches are probably saying, well, let's enjoy the next 24 hours, and then it's back on the train. Wow. I am still beside myself. So, I have a feeling that Dwayne Watson may be named MVP.
Yeah, I suspect that may be the case. I think he's the easy choice.
He's definitely the easy choice.
He's the obvious choice. Maybe they get. I mean,
they were
like giving it to quarterbacks in finals.
They do like giving it to quarterbacks. They do like giving it to quarterbacks.
Might be Jack A instead.
But wow. We're waiting a presentation to the Warriors now. So, whew. What? Uh-oh.
So, have you got any new prospects on your GB radar after that game?
Well, yeah, I mean, all the guys that we thought were all the guys I thought and the staff thought were gonna stepped up. I mean, the guys on the Blitz as well as the guys on the Warriors. You got Dwayne, you have Dan McKenzie, Ariel, Alex Haldane, member Luke Benjamin. On the Blitz sideline, you had Josh Adamson. You have your running backs, Deji and Temi. You had the linemen who, Victor Bama from the Warriors stepped up. You got the, couple of young linemen coming across from the Blitz. You got receivers. I mean, there's a lot of talent out there today.
Certainly.
So, and I mean, these teams are going to keep pushing each other.
Yeah, this is good. This rivalry is going to go on for a long, long time. There we go. The medals start being dished out.
All the Warriors rocking their red finals T-shirts.
Yeah, I can't quite see what's written on them.
So
yeah.
So you obviously the Warriors hugging and sharing each other. So probably desperately awaiting who gets announced on the sideline. But as you were saying, you saw 4 quarterbacks play today. Some great running. The running game was excellent. You saw some great defensive secondary play all around.
Do you think this might set a trend for running quarterbacks at the higher levels of the British game?
Well, I mean, we've always as coaches, and I mean at Great Britain and coaching for the Premier League, we've always tried to get your athlete, quarterback being an athlete. I know, with EKP when they had Ryan Hunter, and Coach McIntosh up there and Coach Templeton, they said he's our best athlete. Let's give him the ball every time. Like let the ball be in his hand. Let him make the plays.
But now he's retired, and the EKP needs to find a new identity.
Yeah, but that's the thing. If you put the ball in the hand of your top athlete, in what he can do, so he's going to make plays. And I mean, you've seen it both times. And you don't have to run often. You don't have to run a lot. You just have to run effectively. All right. So I'm sure they're doing interviews at the end of the game. Do you know who's doing the interviews, Simon?
I think Neil Reynolds might be doing some interviews. He's coming over towards this stand now. Yeah. Before we cut across the interviews, we'd like to give a shout out to End Run Productions, who've technically made today possible. I mean, they've got huge amounts of camera equipment, really professional setup, absolutely brilliant. and obviously double coverage, putting this out across the UK.
It's been a fantastic. I want to thank Double Coverage and Enron personally for having me come on. And Simon, it's been a pleasure working with you.
Thank you.
And chatting with you.
Too.
Being my first time in audit, I had a bit of butterflies beforehand, but by the end of the game, whew.
There wasn't any time for butterflies at the end of the game.
Butterflies at the end of the game because it was just left, right, and center, action, action, action. So we'll see the Blitz are going over and shaking hands with family and friend.
Right, so we believe we've got an interview with London Blitz head coach Mark Moss.
So, I mean, it's been difficult, mostly for the last 3 years, but
it must be so difficult for him to come and talk on camera after that finish.
Yeah, that finish has got. What do you? If being a head coach, it's tough. That's a tough
How do
finish.
you bounce back from that as a player or a coach? Is it a case of getting back in the gym in the off season, getting ready for next year, or do you just leave it for a bit?
Well, I don't know, but I'm sure he'll have a couple answers for him. I'm pretty sure that he's gonna go to interview now. So
yeah, okay. Ready for Neil Reynolds with Mark Moss, London Blitz head coach. Any minute now.
With a special stand-in
and
from
Jamie Charles as well, D-line. Oh,
maybe
still getting sorted out.
See, as it's happening in front of us here. Okay, we know Mark Moss is due up for.
I think they're doing a couple of pictures first.
Is due up for an interview. However, he is now being engulfed by what can
it looks
only
like
be
his
described
D-line.
as his mammoth D-line.
And he is completely eclipsed.
Yeah, we can't see Mossy anymore. All right, he's standing in front of Big Alan Blake, number 90. So they're going to take a few pictures, and I'm sure Neil Reynolds will be over to talk to him. So there he is. You can see it in your screen right now. Obviously, always a good time for a photo opportunity. I'm pretty sure this is the interview now.
So we'll hand over now to Neil Reynolds with Mark Moss.
All right. Is he recording? Okay, here at BRITBOWL 2015, and there's never an easy way to interview a coach who's just lost by a point with a field goal with 2 seconds left. I mean, Mark, you did serve up quite a show for the people here today, but how are you feeling right now? It's an obvious question.
Obviously, it's difficult to lose in that fashion, but that's not the first time. So, we lost to Coventry Jets in 2008 in a similar fashion with 4 seconds left on the clock. So we've been here before. It's tough, but it's one of them things. That's sport and that's football.
It was a great advert for British American football out there today. I mean, it looked like a really high quality game, going right down to the wire. I think both teams can feel proud about that.
Yeah, definitely. I think, as you said, there's a massive advert for British football. To have it as close as that, it was really, really good, and I think the people who paid to come through the gates today will have definitely got their money's worth.
Felt cagey in the second half. It felt for a long time very, very cagey, and then the game just exploded.
Yeah, it's like two heavyweight boxers jabbing. One it didn't want to give nothing away, and then it, like you say, exploded into life. So yeah, it was great game for spectators.
Just talk us through the end of the game there, Mark. You go in front as a team, and then the kickoff. What was the thinking there?
It didn't go as planned. What we wanted to do is have more of a line drive up that middle. Yep. There was a channel, because obviously we kick it deep and give them an opportunity to return. So we wanted a live drive. It didn't connect properly, and that's what happened.
Looking at your team, proud of their effort today?
Oh, definitely.
obviously the kicker who made that absolutely clutch field goal.
I'm not really sure I've seen many MVPs go to a kicker. Yeah. So I've never seen many MVPs go to a kicker, but it's always first time for everything.
Yeah. So yeah, we'd like to say sorry to Mark Moss there and Neil Reynolds for cutting on them there. Hope to get that back soon.
So, I mean, obviously it doesn't go to just Ian. Obviously, being a kicker, he made a couple great catches down the sideline. 2-2. To keep the drive alive. The really good one, catching the out and going into the sideline for stopping the clock. So, I mean, you could have picked a whole number of people. Dwayne, Nick. It could have gone probably to offensive line for the,
You could have gone to 2 or 3 guys from the Blitz
yeah,
as well, quite easily.
It's just one of those days. So, but as we go, you learn something from everything. I mean, so let's see. It was 3 points the year before to the Warriors, 2 points last year, 1 point this year.
Tie
next year
is
going to be we're going Kansas City overtime, 25 in. So never cease to see a different thing. I mean, I know it's probably a couple games. Some of the guys on both sides, it's probably their last game of football they're ever going to play. So we'll see that going forward next year. Who's going to retire and who's not. And I'm sure there's going to be new kids that show up on the block, just like the young wide receiver for the Warriors, Newport,
yeah.
the linebacker for the Blitz. What was his name? Janelle. There's these young guys keep coming up and showing, and I mean both quarterbacks don't seem to be the quarterbacks aren't old by any stretch. So I think we're probably going to have another interview coming up with Neil Reynolds if we get the.
We've got Tony Allen coming over now.
So Tony Allen's the winning head coach. Used to be in charge of director of international player development for the NFL. So I'm sure he's coming up. So. And in breaking news, Tim Tebow's been cut by the Eagles. And
right, we're going to cut back to Neil Reynolds now with Tony Allen.
Okay, here with Tony Allen, head coach of the London Warriors. Tony, coaches, we prefer a blowout, wouldn't you? But what about that? What a show!
Yeah. More blood pressure tablets tonight, I'm afraid. Yeah, great job by the guys. Playing to the fourth quarter, the last two seconds of the game or whatever it was, to get the field goal. So yeah, great job.
What did they say about the character of the team? Because you had a 10-point lead, then that went, and then here we go in a very cagey second half, and then it goes back and forth.
It's funny. I guess you keep hearing the same cliche, not cliches, but comments, because we're here and I get to talk to you. But we are a young team again. Some guys reached their goals last year of getting a championship, and they retired. We've recruited well this year, bodes well for the future. But just young ones who just doesn't understand the mental side of the game yet. How you really do have to knuckle down, and it is mental toughness and playing to that last whistle.
For a long time in that second half, Tony, it felt like when it was 10-10, whoever scored next was going to win. It was very cagey for a while, and then the game just exploded at the end.
Well, obviously, I think we got a little bit vanilla in terms of our play calling. We eventually, went to different formations because they were really pressuring us inside. I think the young kids, their heads went down a little bit. We spread them out and started throwing it a little bit, and that's where they were exposed.
Great atmosphere here as well. I mean, at the end, the crowd are getting into it. As we say, you're going back and forth. Good for us. Not so much for you. But what did you think of the whole day? And it was a good advert for British football.
It's the best for a very long time. Obviously it's in London, and the two teams are from London, and we're able to get our fans and family here, but it was a great atmosphere. It's been the best for I won't give up my age, but I played a long time back at Queen's Park Rangers when we had the big crowds, and that's what it felt like. You could hear them. Sounded like there were more Blitz fans, but there you go. Hey, but yeah, no, they were great, and they were part of the atmosphere, the whole thing. Them getting behind their teams. It was great.
Coach is always positive. So were you positive as you're lining up for that field goal? I mean, the game was on the line there.
Well, Ian's been around for a long time. Used to kick for the GB team, and a little bit concerned because he went down prior to that, down in the end zone. But I said, hey, I need you to pull out the vet. I need you to pull out the veteran in you. And I don't think I looked, but anyhow, he did it, and he got it. He got the field goal.
Do they get any less special? I mean, to win like that in those circumstances must be great.
Great for the guys. I really think that's not our best game. I think we're better than that. And so as a coach, you get frustrated. But look, Blitz are a good football team. You definitely saw the two best teams here in the country. And they're always going to, it can go either way with either team on our game. So.
All right, well, congratulations to you, Tony. And thanks for putting on quite a show for us today. As Tony Allen of the London Warriors.
So that was Neil Reynolds and Tony Allen there. I'd just like to thank you all very much for tuning in today. Thank you again to Enron Productions. Thank you again to Double Coverage. Thank you again to the Blitz and the Warriors, and to BAFA and to BAFRA, putting on a great day, great spectacle. I was Simon Love. This was Mike Callan. Thank you very much. See you next time.
Thank you very much, guys. Really appreciate it.